and AM 1450.
You are listening to Yankton Baseball on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the diamond with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Baseball, Bryce Ladwig.
Good morning again from Riverside Field-Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball back on the air on KYNT and KYNTV. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Again, I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. Brayden, day 3 of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Rain hasn't really allowed us to have the schedule we thought we were going to have throughout this tournament, but we've had some great baseball and a lot of rain.
Yes, a lot of rain. Only 3 games were able to be played. I'll get there eventually. On day 1, and then obviously yesterday, Yankton got a game in, and then the rain started coming. And this game in front of us right now is actually a continuation of the last game that was being played before the rain delay hit last night. They were in the 4th inning of that one when it got delayed. And it's been interesting this morning between Nemaha and Blair in front of us. Of course, Yankton playing Nemaha up next, so we'll see how it all shakes out today.
Yeah, Nemaha has a good record entering this matchup, as I don't have my note right in front of me, Brayden, but everyone just listen to my voice and let you know it's 8-2. So there you go. As I was trying to find the record, Nemaha 8-2, and of course these Nebraska Legion teams. I'm not going to say weird because it's not just different the way South Dakota is laid out. South Dakota is very, I'll say traditional for what we know, Brayden. You know, Aberdeen post-24, Yankton post-12, you know, very simple. But a lot of these are attached to companies, construction companies in Nemaha's case. So it's a Nemaha construction company hosts or sponsors a Legion team out of Lincoln again. We just saw another team that was sponsored. I don't know if it was a construction company, but J.C. Brager was out of Lincoln as well in Nebraska, and so is Nemaha. So some good baseball in the area, and we're watching their game right now. They're wrapping up with Blair out of Nebraska, and it's been a good game right now, 6-5 score. And Brayden, who's actually on top? Is it Nemaha?
It'd be top of inning number 7. It'd be Blair that is leading this game.
Yeah, Blair leading 6-5 over Nemaha, but we've seen how good Blair is, and I'm expecting equal competition with Nemaha going up against Yankton post-12. And Yankton has an 11-1 record on the year so far, and 5-0 in the league play as they just defeated Sturgis yesterday, and that was a league game. Today it was going to be Brookings as well. No, yesterday was going to be Brookings, the night game. That got rained out. And so now it's Nemaha. This won't be a league game, but overall record, yes. And some good baseball ahead of us, I feel. Later on the Hy-Vee pregame show, we'll have your standings review and out-of-town scoreboard when we come back here from Riverside Field. And let's play some baseball today.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team. 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Ease and confidence should be at the top of our minds when it comes to banking. But if your finances are clouding your future, call First Dakota National Bank. Supporting our local communities since 1872, we're here to help with personal, business, and ag banking solutions. We're ready to dream big alongside you. Whatever your financial needs or goals, First Dakota is ready to help. Member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities that are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
And welcome back to Riverside Field and the Hy-Vee pregame show. Let's go into our standings review and out-of-town scoreboard. Your standings review brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And then the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. Brayden, I'll help you out throughout the segment. We really don't have a lot of updates. However, the Lewis and Clark Classic, as we already alluded to, a lot of rain and a lot of rescheduling, and it's kind of become a Frankenstein's monster of what it was initially intended to be. However, with that being said, that is by no fault of any of the administrators working on this thing, coaches, everyone trying to make this happen. And at least at the very end of the day, Brayden, there's baseball being played across the sites here at Riverside. Not nearly as many games or the format anyone wanted, but Mother Nature didn't cooperate. So, you know, make a lemonade out of lemons, or however that saying goes here at the Lewis and Clark Classic. We'll kind of run everyone through briefly what happened, at least from Yankton's perspective, and a little bit of the rest of the Classic as well. Friday started off without a hitch in the Yankton pool for the first half inning.
Started off without a hitch for half an inning. I don't think that's starting without a hitch.
Yeah, so the first half inning just turned out excellent. Samuel Kamshoff just blew away the team, Blair.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. Good start for Samuel Kamshoff. And then I believe Lee Chavez-Lara was on the mound for Blair. He came out, and so did the rain. And
he brought the darkness with him.
and that was it for 3 hours.
Yeah, it's a long rain delay. On air, everything. Thanks for sticking with us as much as you did that day. I hope you appreciate our updates from Riverside Field as we just sat here. And I actually went to go get food, and Brayden sat in the booth for a little bit.
I was on guard duty.
Hey, you said you were okay with it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go grab some food.
I was okay with it. Where was I going to go?
Exactly. And so that's what we did there. But the rest of Friday's games on the other 3 sites, Hartington, Crofton, and Vermilion, all were drenched. Not going to rain down. They were drenched. Of course, Riverside, the only field with the turf and some natural drainage on the field. So more games were played on Friday. However, they overhauled the schedule. No other sites had games, and Yankton no longer had 2 games to play. They just played the one, finished it up against Blair. Yankton won that game. And then also of note, good work by the Post-12 Legion players clearing the field for that game. We saw shot vacs on the field, brooms, of course, and Blair just aggressively trying to keep water out of their dugout. It was like a scene from the Titanic over there. They're all just working together, trying to stay afloat.
Sean Turner, who, spoiler alert, we'll talk more about later, he's starting on the mound today. He was the hero Blair needed on Friday when he was able to bring some brooms over so they could try to keep their dugout dry as the water was starting to pool over there. That just kind of shows how torrential that downpour was for a good solid 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, so that was what turned out to be the first of a couple losses that day for Blair, as they lost to Yankton later on as well.
You're proud of that one.
And then Saturday rolled around, and everything seemed to be going very well. Of course, forecast rain later in the day, but we had Yankton Rip Fest downtown. You had delicious hot dogs and concessions here. Great baseball being played. Yankton defeated Sturgis in a league game, and then a couple hours later, Brayden just
started raining again.
And so games were temporarily delayed throughout the day. They played more last night, and then they called off the rest of the game that's being finished right now. And that's what's resuming right now, and here we are. It was supposed to be Brookings last night for Yankton. That got called off, and, of course, Nemaha today, as we already mentioned. So, folks, that is you getting caught up on some Lewis and Clark tournament action. The next regular game broadcast that we have will be, I believe, Rapid City Post 22, Brayden. That is on the 20th here from Riverside Field. Of course, we always update you in the mornings on KYNT and on KYNT1450.com in written form. Brayden is on top of that, and we'll update you. Yeah, for the most part, we'll update you with standings and things of that nature with the league, as that is updated almost every day on our sources. So we will update you as well. And we'll take another break here in the Hy-Vee pregame show. As you can tell, Brayden, I am just talking about things right now because looks like we're going to have more time, folks.
We might have extra inning baseball in front of us as Nemaha just tied it up in the bottom of the 7th.
You can actually hear the frustration in my voice. I'm sorry, Hope Lesher, our KYT studio producer. I didn't do this on purpose.
And we try to plan this out so we can, get our usual 30 to 35-minute pregame in before. And, sometimes, neither of these teams want to quit playing baseball. So Nemaha with the battle back in the bottom of the 7th. It's good. It's good for baseball. It's, tougher for us. We got to fill a lot more time. But, hey, it's a lot more time to talk about baseball, and I love it.
But knowing you and I, Brayden, that's not what we're going to end up talking about. We're just going to find some random topic to discuss.
It'll be baseball-oriented.
Will it?
Will
it, Brayden?
I hope.
It's too early, right?
It's too early in the morning, man. It's almost noon.
Yeah, it's almost noon. It's way too early for this. In a broadcaster life, 11 a.m. is pretty early. But we'll get all figured out here in the Hy-Vee pregame show. Yankton baseball, maybe, around the corner here on KYNT, KYNTV.
Everyone deserves a competent, compassionate, comfortable medical team. At Yankton Medical Clinic PC, we are your medical team. We know you. We know your medical history and work together to help solve your medical puzzle. With all your medical history in one chart, our physicians truly know you and provide continuity of care. The team at Yankton Medical Clinic facilitates access and communication with specialists on your behalf. At Yankton Medical Clinic, we really do provide so much care, so close to home. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Hello, here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER Equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake to make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Cenex. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
Welcome back to Riverside Field, the Hy-Vee pregame show. Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden, Butler, and peek behind the curtain, Brayden. We have some extra time to talk about some extra things as the game in front of Yankton is in extra innings, of course, and Yankton still will have time to warm up on the field, take batting practice, and it sounds like my voice is starting to go, so that's just great. Oh, my gosh.
And a foul ball just hit the top of the press box.
Is
that what the kids call an omen?
What is happening? I want to go home, Brayden. Just joking.
The world is ending.
The world is ending. No, I think it's still going to be a great game. From what we've seen of Nemaha on the field, of course, again, out of Lincoln, Nebraska, good ball club and a really good challenge for Yankton here today. And, Brayden, we just saw that one get popped up above. I was waiting for that to hit the roof again. I was just going to be like,
I thought it was going to be back-to-back. No, it really isn't. Once is an anomaly. Twice is starting a trend here.
Yep. Hey, so I was talking to you during a break about some of the extra things we can talk about. Now, it was entering the Lewis and Clark Classic, so games have been played. But will you give everyone kind of a snapshot preview of standings entering earlier in the week?
Yep. So this is through the 7th of June. So, yeah, right before we got into the Lewis and Clark Classic here. The South Dakota Legion baseball standings for the senior division. Yankton is the only undefeated team in league play, but they sit second in power points with 44 even. They trail Harrisburg Gold, who has 44.5 power points on a 1-1 record. Third place is Renner, who is 5-2. Fourth place, Sioux Falls East, 6-1. Fifth place, Rapid City Post 22, 8-3. Sixth, Mitchell, who are 6-1. Seventh, Brookings, who are 6-2. Eighth, Watertown, who are 8-9, who their last games in the Legion standings were against Yankton. Ninth was Brandon Valley, who's a 2-2. 10th, Rapid City Post 320 at 7-2. 11th, Huron 0-3. 12th, Aberdeen at 5-7. 13th, Spearfish at 0-6. 15th, Sioux Falls West at 14th, Sioux Falls West at 2-5. 15th, Sturgis at 0-4. 16th, Pierre at 0-8, and 17th, Harrisburg Maroon at 0-5. At 36 seed points even. And that is your senior division standings through June 7th, obviously. So you have to add in at least one game for Sturgis and Yankton. Other teams around have been playing. I know Brookings was scheduled to have games this weekend. I don't know if they were always scheduled for the late games, and they might not have got any in this weekend in the Lewis and Clark Classic, unfortunately. But so those are a couple teams that have had their records change. Yankton now 5-0. They are 4-0 in these standings. So we'll see how that all shakes out on the seed points. Usually we'll update that on Monday morning.
And I do have an update for some other teams I just know. Of course, KCCR Sports, our Riverfront Broadcasting sister station in Pierre. John Winkler covers Pierre baseball, and they just faced Rapid City Post 22 last night. Of course, the heavily favored to Post 22 at all times, basically throughout the season, and the Hard Hats did defeat Pierre 15-5. That was a single game, so add another league victory to theirs as well.
So that'd make Post 22 with that win 9-3, and Pierre 0-9 going into the next week here. Usually, like I said, they update those maybe every weekday morning, every other weekday morning, so we should have a full idea of those standings either tomorrow or Tuesday.
And Pierre, it's one of those things. The season is relatively young, Brayden, and I say relatively. It's actually halfway over, but you get my point. With a lot of these league games, really don't pick up until the latter portion of the season because there's a lot of classics. There's a lot of interstate play, and that is that way because a lot of these states that border South Dakota, their high school baseball seasons don't wrap up until June. And so a lot, like Minnesota, for example, their Legion season starts like late June. And so that's why a lot of league games aren't played, or inter-league games are played. And we don't get a lot of the PowerPoints updated until about mid-June, July. And then, of course, the end of July is the state tournament. The reason I'm bringing that up is that Pierre has plenty of time to get their record kind of straightened out. That's a good ball club. The high school version of that team just won the Class A state title up in Sioux Falls just a few weeks ago. And the big difference there, though, is that Lincoln Keenholz, you may have heard the name, is not playing for Pierre baseball this summer as he is on his way to the Ohio State for football. So that's where his commitment is.
He's allegedly taking part in summer training camps for one of the best football teams in the country for Division I college. So I understand him. Good for him getting able to ride off into the sunset with a state title in baseball. And it was just a good year all around for Pierre. It felt like every time, every sport with Lincoln Kienholz's name came up, he was near the top of doing something. Obviously, gets a football and a baseball championship his senior year, so congrats to him. And let's not get too much into the weeds on Pierre, but it's nice to see someone like from South Dakota that we see often here in Yankton. They're across the state, but we play them in almost every sport, just moving on to that next level and showing success.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing. If South Dakota, everyone in South Dakota knows when someone from South Dakota has out-of-state success. And wish him the best of luck here at KYNT. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. You may not know from the conversation, but we're about to play some Yankton Post 12 Legion baseball here at Riverside. But we have some extended baseball in front of us, a game that was resuming from yesterday. But Blair did just take an 8-6 lead over Nemaha. And so when this half inning is over, they'll be 3 outs away from the warm-ups for Yankton. So we're still a little over half an hour away at the very least from action. But we're here on the Hy-Vee pregame show regardless. Thanks for joining us here on KYNT, KYNTV.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice. Tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Looking left the entire way. Feed route wide open. Carter Bell. Touchdown. South Dakota. And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes' 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
Hey Yankton, are you a handy person? Are you looking to get down and dirty?
with full-time benefits and great pay. This is Barrick from Hydro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team, where every day is something new, from electrical all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Where no day is like the next, Hydro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hydro, you'll be part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today at jobs.hydro.com. That's jobs.hydro.com. Search Yankton.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. It's the High V pregame show. High V, there's a helpful smile in every aisle. The game ahead of Yankton Post 12 just finished up here at Riverside Field. It was an 8-6 victory for Blair. 2 RBI triple in the top half of inning number 8 really helped seal them on that one. And Bryce, we're about half an hour. That's the usual give or take for warm-ups from first pitch now, with this extra inning thriller finally finishing up in front of us.
So I just sprinted up the stairs into the press box.
It's all right.
As you can tell.
Happens to the best of us.
But here's why. So I left here, right? And I had a full-blown conversation with someone. And then I realized as I come back up, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. We're on a break, and we haven't talked about what we're going to talk about. So I felt bad. I apologize.
I came up, a little bit of wing and just talk about the game in front of us. And, it's going to be a good game here on deck between Nemaha and Yankton. We'll see how Nemaha bounces back from, a late inning loss. That's playing an extra inning, kind of finishing up the game from yesterday, being discombobulated. Let's see how they take that into their next game against Yankton Post 12. Who look like all the players are here. We got it's hard to tell sometimes between Drew Lawrence and Trey Creer when they're far away, but I believe that's Trey Creer walking to the mound right now to do a little, that might be Coach Lawrence. I can't tell sometimes. Sunglasses, beards, and hats from far away doesn't make a difference.
That's
to me.
Coach Creer.
It's Coach Creer.
You can tell. Handling the broom.
But, yeah, they're getting the field ready for game number 2. Yankton's going to do their warm-ups and batting practice and everything, and they got to obviously get the pellets and everything ready out on the field as well for another good game here, hopefully, in Yankton in the Lewis and Clark Classic.
Hey, Coach Creer, former pitcher, he knows how the mound wants to be with those beads and stuff. So that's who you want out there, Brayden.
That's exactly the guy you want. If you need a picture painted, you get a painter. If you need the pitching mound taken care of, you get a pitcher.
We'll take a break here on the High V pregame show. Let's come back with our pregame coach interview here from Riverside Field.
Owning your own home or business is more than walls, floors, and a roof. It's what's inside that matters most. Protect your assets, your cherished keepsakes, and your family with a home security system professionally installed by Yankton Computer and Network Services. They have the devices and expert technicians to help you protect what matters most. Call Yankton Computer and Network Services 664-2222 or stop at 1901 Broadway.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things. like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Vision Care Associates provides the latest in technology. Optimap Laser Imaging. Optimap allows for a great exam of your eyes without dilating drops. Our doctors are able to show you what the actual inside of your eye looks like during your exam. Having images of your eyes each year means that problems are caught early, and no dilating drops is a big benefit as well.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Have you been dealing with sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, or other conditions due to seasonal allergies? At Yankton Rexall, with our comfortable environment and knowledgeable staff, we will provide you with solutions to ease your allergy symptoms. Don't suffer through this allergy season. Stop by Yankton Rexall today. We'll send you on your way with something to provide relief. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you, so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota National Bank has been paving financial futures since 1872. But when it comes to supporting a community, it takes more than experience. Financial planning takes a personal touch, which is why we offer a wide range of customizable options for personal, business, and ag banking. We've been doing banking longer than anyone else, but we're first because our goals have never changed. Helping local communities plan and reach their financial success has and always will be what we're here for. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. It's time for our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. This pregame coach interview was pulled from the last contest this team had. Caught up with the coach in our postgame coach interview. We'll jump right into that conversation.
I'm being joined by Coach Drew Lawrence. Coach, first of all, it was announced 100 victories as Postal Legion baseball coach. Congratulations on that. And then a big victory here today. Big milestone and a big league win for Post 12.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's true, but if I'm assuming it is.
That's a heavy rumor.
For is that for Legion games? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. It's just a product of having good kids, I guess, and having good families and good community, being able to get these kids to come out for baseball. But yeah, this was a good win here for us. You know, it was a tough win. Sturgis Ball Club's pretty good. They can swing it a little bit. Maybe we threw our guy, right? We threw our guy, and he had to find different ways to figure out how to get him out. He probably threw more changeups today than he did fastballs, because that first inning they were teeing up his fastball pretty good. So
credit to Drew Reichen. He was able to adjust, and he ended up throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, a lot of changeups, a little different than he normally pitches. So credit to him, and credit to the boys for figuring out a way to scrape together another win. That's a credit to Sturgis, I would say. That's a ball club that I was fairly impressed with today. But yeah, Drew worked himself out. Defense was good. It's fun having these outfielders go and get balls. Our infield was good, just like it normally is. So all around, pretty good day for the boys.
Well, you talked about the defense. You and I talk about this every game, basically, but because it is the identity of this team, and I want to know if you would agree with that, is the defense and then the base running. The aggressive base running and just the outstanding defense, whether it's in the outfield, the infield play, the sound baseball that this team is playing together. Yeah,
our defense is huge. We have to keep doing that. We had some guys moved around a little bit. We had Mac at short. That hasn't happened this year. And we've got, Matthew at first. We got Matthew at third at times. We got Josh at third. It doesn't matter. We move them around. So our defense has been pretty good on the infield, which is big. And then, we've talked about how fast our outfield is. And those are big things. Our base running, we got thrown out more today than we probably have all year. And that's a credit to Sturgis. Like, we're not going to stop running. Even if their pitcher is quick to home and their catcher has a good arm, which was the case today, we're going to keep going and we're going to try and time it up and we're going to keep running. But their pitcher and catcher being able to be quick to home and throw people out kept them in the game for a while, because usually we get those stolen bases and those stolen bases turn into runs. So again, credit to them. But yeah, we are going to keep running, and we're going to hopefully have good defense as we keep going.
I wanted to talk about him yesterday, but it just didn't come up in my notes for our interview, but then he kind of did it again today. We always talk about his defense coach with Jason McCorkle, but his offense at the plate today, another couple RBIs. He had a great day yesterday as well. He's really just finding a good rhythm at the plate.
He's, he's in the middle to bottom of our order there, and our bottom of the order and Jace have been huge for us the last 4 games. If you were to look at the Watertown stats, those guys got a ton of hits. And that was today. At the beginning of the game, our top of the lineup struggled a little bit, and the bottom of our lineup was the ones that were able to get on base and find ways to score. And that's fun. That's fun to coach, because you don't know who you got 1 through 9 that can get hits. But Jace has been a bulldog for us behind the plate. He catches every game pretty much. He wants to catch every game, even if we try and get him out. He got banged up a little bit today, and before I could take 3 steps, he told me he was good and to go back to the dugout. So that's what he wants to do. He wants to catch, and he's really spraying the ball around. I think that's his first triple he's ever had.
Yeah, first extra base hit of the year for him as well. So that was a big deal. Well, if the weather holds up, Coach, Brookings tonight, and you mentioned Sheldon probably on the mound, right?
Yep, Matthew Sheldon's going to go, and he'll be ready, and he's a big-time pitcher for us. So we'll have a good lineup out there again, like we always do. And, Brookings is a good squad. They got, we're seeing a good pitcher from them. I know who they're going to throw Hirsch off, and it's going to be a battle all the way till the end. So hopefully we can play well and come out on top.
Coach, congratulations on the league victory and to your own personal milestone. Appreciate you always joining us.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Again, that was part of the post-game coach interview from the last time around, but we will take a break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show, KYNT at KYNTV.
Did you know Yankton Medical Clinic offers same-day appointments in primary care for acute care? If you are sick and need to be seen, under most circumstances, we can get you in the same day in pediatrics and family medicine. No need to wait. Regardless of who you see at Yankton Medical Clinic, your medical history is all in one chart, allowing our physicians to work together to make sure you get complete, family-centered care whenever you need it. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO free checking is checking that's actually free. No fees or minimums, and now no overdraft fees. It's ever so personal, with people to help every step of the way. And easy, with a mobile app that allows you to deposit checks and manage your account wherever you are. So make the switch so you can do more with the Great Big Small Bank. Visit fnbo.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO free checking. It's ever so free. Member FDIC.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's DEER Equipment.com.
When I'm searching for adventure, I find it on the range. Archery challenges me to be curious, see opportunity, and welcome big challenges. It teaches me to focus and never quit until the last arrow hits. Archery allows me to show my spirit at Mount Marty University. How do you show your adventurous side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Welcome back to Riverside Field and the Hy-Vee pregame show. And, of course, that pregame coach interview, like, it was brought to you by 1919 Root Beer. And that was for Brookings ahead, and that never happened. But still, our post-game interview, and it's Nemaha here today, taking on Yankton Post-12 Legion Baseball. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Brayden Butler. And let's start talking a little bit more about this matchup ahead of us, Brayden. We've kind of talked about all the peripherals. Now, action on the diamond is getting closer. It apparently is going to happen. We were wondering.
It is. And, you know, that's something where we say it facetiously, a little bit of a joke here on the broadcast, but that's definitely a question we've had to ask multiple times this weekend with all the rain and the delays and everything else. So I'm just happy we're getting some more baseball this weekend. Wasn't exactly the Lewis and Clark Classic we thought we were going to get, but still 3 games over a weekend, still a pretty good weekend.
And let's jump into our vision of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Of course, our vision of the game is the keys to the game, and I'll turn that over to Brayden.
It's going to be getting the bats going early, getting hits. Over the 2 games in this Lewis and Clark Classic so far, the Yankton Post 12 team has 23 hits as a unit. Not many extra base hits, though. 21 of those hits have been singles, so try to get a little more into the power alleys and getting extra base hits, but at the same time, just getting players on base through the hit column and see what they can do on the base paths. We know about their aggressive base running, but you can't get there if you don't get on.
Starting pitcher preview of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton.
Starting on the mound today for Yankton will be Sean Turner. He's got one start this season. He's 1-0 on the mound. He went 5 innings in that start. He allowed 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and he struck out 8 batters. So he's got a 2.8 ERA, a 1.6 whip. Stranded 6 runners on base, but the big thing, 8 strikeouts in one game. That is the most per game average on the team right now. Only one game to show for it, but that's something we saw in the spring season with Sean Turner a lot too. He's a good power pitcher, and he can blow it by guys when he needs to.
And that brings up our key batter of the game, our offensive player of the game to watch, and that is brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. If you're looking for the highest quality eye care with a personal touch, call Vision Care Associates today to schedule eye evaluations for everyone or visit visioncareassociates.net.
That's going to be Mac Reichen. As a guy we talked about, had a little bit of a slump last week in the Kyle Mueller Classic, just a little bit of a slump to start the summer season in general. But he's come out here over the 2 games so far in the Lewis and Clark Classic. He has a 500 batting average. 1,000 OPS, so on base plus slugging. He's got 4 hits. He's driven in an RBI, but from his leadoff spot, the big key for him right now is he is leading the team in runs scored from the leadoff position. No strikeouts either, so he is getting up there to lead off the game. He's making contact. If he's getting out, he's at least putting the ball in play. That's exactly what you want from a leadoff guy.
All right, we'll take another break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Come back and give you more information as we lead into first pitch here from Riverside Field.
Doctors Feeser, Slowey, and DeYoung are experts in prescribing eye drops that can replace reading glasses. These drops are a new technology that can change the size of your pupil for improved reading. They're convenient for anyone who wants freedom from reading glasses. Our doctors even use them. Call Vision Care Associates and schedule an appointment to see if this new technology is right for you.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Have you been dealing with sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, or other conditions due to seasonal allergies? At Yankton Rexall, with our comfortable environment and knowledgeable staff, we will provide you with solutions to ease your allergy symptoms. Don't suffer through this allergy season. Stop by Yankton Rexall today. We'll send you on your way with something to provide relief. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you. so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
Ease and confidence should be at the top of our minds when it comes to banking. But if your finances are clouding your future, call First Dakota National Bank. Supporting our local communities since 1872, we're here to help with personal, business, and ag banking solutions. We're ready to dream big alongside you. Whatever your financial needs or goals, First Dakota is ready to help. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the Hy-Vee pregame show on KYNT and KYNTV. As they're currently honoring Josh Sheldon at home plate. We'll talk about more about why in a little bit. We'll lead into the game itself with that. But for right now, let's talk about your starting lineups, brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Let's start with Yankton. They will start out in the field, so we'll go around their outfield positions. Starting in left will be Rugby Ryken, and center Cody Oswald, and out in right will be Luke Bernardo. Go around the horn on the infield. Third baseman will be Josh Sheldon. Shortstop Mac Ryken, second baseman Matthew Sheldon, and first base Cooper Grotenheis. Your battery today will be Sean Turner on the mound and Jace McCorkle, as always it seems, behind the plate. Name of note not on the starting lineup today, Drew Ryken getting a little bit of rest after pitching yesterday. We'll see if he comes in a pinch hit situation later on, or if he makes a substitution on the field in this Lewis and Clark Classic game between Yankton and Nemaha. Nemaha will be batting first, so we'll go through their batting order. Their leadoff, it will be the pitcher, Andrew Johnson. Batting second will be second baseman Tyson Workman. Third will be catcher Landon Morgan. Batting cleanup will be third baseman Max Emanuel. Batting fifth will be first baseman Charlie Duncan. Sixth will be shortstop Charlie Weinke. Batting seventh will be right fielder Sam Svoboda. Batting eighth will be left fielder Ian Brester. And batting ninth, rounding out the order, will be center fielder Luke Reiling. It's your starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, making life better one adjustment at a time. We are getting ready to go here for Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball. Coaches meeting at home plate right now, talking with the officials. We're going to go to break here. It'll be a quick break. We will be back in 1 minute on KYNT, KYNTV.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
Picnics, family reunions, cookouts, all activities that are a part of this time of the year. And nothing goes better with your get-together than Sheboygan brats, sausages, wieners, and all-beef hot dogs. Get Sheboygan at your local Hy-Vee today. Produced with pride at Simple Meats in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Everyone deserves a competent, compassionate, comfortable medical team. At Yankton Medical Clinic PC, we are your medical team. We know you. We know your medical history and work together to help solve your medical puzzle. With all your medical history in one chart, our physicians truly know you and provide continuity of care. The team at Yankton Medical Clinic facilitates access and communication with specialists on your behalf. At Yankton Medical Clinic, we really do provide so much care, so close to home. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
All right, welcome back to Riverside Field. We're just about ready for first pitch. Colors of the game today brought to you by Buell's Cleaners. Offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Yankton in their red tops, white pants, and Nemaha in their all whites. And they kind of have like that dark blue, Brayden. And fans of the game today are brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. And good crowd on hand under us here at the press box. A great day for baseball. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. Just say you are a fan of KYNT or KYNTV. Special shout out to those at the KYNTV Watch Party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino with more TVs and a new improved menu. Bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. Our umpires of the game today are brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the diamond. And our field conditions today. First pitch temperature will be 65 degrees and wind 12 miles per hour coming from the northeast, which Brayden means it's leaving the ballpark.
That should be good here. I mean, we've talked about the last couple of days how the wind has been either blowing in or not at all, and the rain hasn't allowed balls to fly as far. We might see one eclipse the fence this game. We'll knock on wood, see if it happens.
And leading us off for Nemaha will be Andrew Johnson. And the first pitch at 12:02 p.m. is a dribble over to short. And unable to pick it on up is Mac Reichen over there. So leadoff base hit for Andrew Johnson.
Yeah, tough play for Mac moving to his right. Good job knocking it down. Couldn't quite glove it. That'll be a leadoff single, I assume. It could be ruled an error as well. We'll wait for the official ruling.
What if you found out I made that ruling? I don't.
You don't, though. I know you don't. I'm in the booth with you.
Tyson Workman showing a bunt. He puts it down. Sean Turner on the mound. Fields throws over for the out. But Johnson does advance 90 feet to scoring position on second. And that will bring up Landon Morgan for Nemaha. Morgan, the catcher today. This one is sent foul. So an 0-1 count.
Just getting a glimpse about how they're acting on the base paths. I don't know if it's just an Andrew Johnson thing or if it's a prerogative of Nemaha as a team, but he's dancing a lot off of second base, staying loose, staying on the balls of his feet. They may like to run today.
And this one is a hit by pitch is Landon Morgan. Will take first now. So 2 runners on here in the top of the first, 1 away. He has a very talented Nemaha baseball team out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
They're looking to bounce back as well after an extra innings loss to Blair just about half an hour before this game started. So you got a hungry team, a very talented team, and they got a couple runners on early in the game.
I'll bring up Max Emanuel, third baseman for Nemaha. A couple runners on. Sean Turner checks the lead runner over at second and delivers. Ball in the dirt and away. Jason McCorkle blocks. Go ahead and make that our block of the game. Brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. And delivering. It is Turner. Ball low, 2-0. Now, we did not have this kind of weather the first 2 days of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Beautiful day. The river just shining, Brayden. I'm trying to paint a picture here.
The river's shining about 65 degrees, you said, at first pitch. It's only going to get to the mid to high 70s in total today. This is just a beautiful day.
And pitching there for a strike on the outside. Brings got 2-1 to Max Emmanuel. Turner checks and will step off the mound. And we'll re-toe the rubber. And the 2-1 misses inside, 3-1 count. You can hear the, wow, Brayden, I can't even think what it's called. Just on the rope or whatever that brings the flag up.
Yeah, it's got the metal bit on it. I know what you're talking about because it's
clanking.
It's clanking off of the flagpole out in center. We can hear that reverberating all the way over here.
3-1 chop foul. Brings the count full. So if Yankton's able to get a few solid hits in the air, Brayden, wind is actually working for them today.
I think it's the first time all year. It feels like it. Usually we're talking about it blowing in off the river. Good battle so far between Emmanuel and Turner in the box as well.
And the payoff pitch is chopper up the middle. Mac Reich in gloves. He'll not be able to hold on to it. As he went to go step on second, you knew he was going to try to throw across the diamond himself, and he loses control of the baseball. That will be an error issued to Mac Reichen at short, and the bases are loaded for Nemaha and Charlie Duncan.
That's just a case of Mac maybe getting ahead of himself there, trying to turn that double play. Thought he had a chance to end the inning, and unfortunately, one little mishandle, and now the bases are loaded for Nemaha with one down.
And left-handed Duncan chops it. And the throw home does not get the lead runner as Jason McCorkle couldn't keep his right foot on the home plate. So it was hit over to Cooper Grotenheis. I love the choice, though, to throw home. Grotenheis could have gotten the lead runner or tagged his guy, but instead he went home. And it was a pretty decent throw, but just kind of veered McCorkle off the plate a bit and unable to keep his toe down. Nemaha leads 1-0. And that brings up Charlie Weinke. Did we ever get a pronouncer on that?
Weinke.
Weinke, okay. Thank you. Don't want to say it wrong the entire day.
And if we were told wrong, somebody will let us know again, so it's not worries.
And Weinke lifts this one into foul territory. Cooper Grotenheis gloves it for the out. And that's 2 away. Bases loaded for Nemaha, leading Yankton 1-0.
Going back to the throw home from Grotenheis, that really just is a glimpse into the mindset of Yankton post-12. Every run matters a little bit more to them, it feels like, between their base running when they are on the base paths, trying to get as many as possible, and then doing everything they can to limit runs at the other position.
And swinging through is Sam Svoboda, playing right field today for Nemaha. 0-1 count at the plate. And now a ball brings kind of even at 1-1. And a hard cut on the outside for the strike. Brings got 1-2. Again, bases loaded, 2 away. Top of inning number 1. And this one is fielded over to Grotenheis. He has it. He will underhand toss to Sean Turner, and they just beat Svoboda, just scorching down that first base line. So it'll be a 3-1 putout. And that will end the threat. 3 runners are left on 1 hit and 1 run. Yankton coming up to a bat here at Riverside Field, trailing Nemaha 1-0.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Riverside Field. Mac Reichen will get us started here today for the Yankton Bats. And had a great spring season. Has had a good overall summer season. A little slower at the plate, though.
Yeah, no, but he's really seemed to find his own in this Lewis and Clark Classic. We talked about him in the pregame, where, as you mentioned, a little slump to start the season, especially last week during the Kyle Mueller Classic. But 500 batting average through 2 games in this one, leading the team in runs scored. He gets on base a lot. No strikeouts so far either in this Classic, so that's exactly what you want from your leadoff guy.
That's right. I've been in a slump since birth, so.
I think that's just life at that point. It's no longer a slump.
Hey, I haven't reached my peak yet, Brayden.
I peaked in middle school.
That is actually the saddest thing I have ever heard anyone say.
You'd be surprised. I'd rather peak early than never at all.
Okay, so the fact you said not even high school, like the traditional no, I peaked in middle school.
Yeah, listen, I had a good time.
All right. Anyway, so Mac Reichen at the plate, and his first pitch is a hard swing through in the outside 0-1, and we just saw a lot of velocity come off the mound there from Andrew Johnson, Brayden.
I know he already seems to be a powerful pitcher, good velocity on his fastball, and going to be tough for Yankton. You have to step back into the box a little bit maybe today, try to catch up to this.
And I am, they call me the human radar, Brayden, for a reason.
Nobody has ever called you that.
But I will say that he's definitely pitching mid to high 80s on his fastball.
It's one of those radar guns you see that the teams making the dugouts out of like little Gatorade cups and athletic tape. It's like, and it's just a piece of paper tape on the back, and it says fast.
Just fast. I radar with my gut. It's fast. The 2-1 now to Mac Reichen. And foul tips this one back into the glove, swings through 2-2.
Is it like Clint Eastwood in Trouble with the Curve? You can just hear it?
Yep, you can just hear it.
That sound. Never explains what the sound is.
The 2-2. And it's a comebacker at Johnson. Fields it, underhand toss, and that is it for the first out. A 1-3 put out. No, but there is a lot of velocity, though, all jokes aside. Very powerful pitcher. What's really scary, Brayden, is I think earlier in that bat I saw some movement.
If he can throw it fast with movement, maybe a little cut action, a la Mariano Rivera, or back to that arc, just naming random players. But it could be an issue for Yankton throughout the day.
Rugby Reichen at the plate and takes the ball inside 1-0.
Rugby comes into this game with a .405 batting average on the season.
And misses low again, 2-0 now to Rugby.
And that goes up to 500 in this tournament as well. He's 3 for 6, with a couple walks.
And the 2-0. Ball misses low and away. 3-0 count.
A few other things to keep an eye on with Reichen. He does lead the team in runs scored and stolen bases, so when he is on the base paths, he can be a headache for pitchers.
3-0, called strike on the inside, brings the count to 3-1. Rugby really wanted to take his bag on that one.
Yeah, no, he thought that one was inside for a walk, and it would have been his 5th walk of the season if it was. There it is.
And that one does miss on the inside, and Rugby will draw a walk as he'll take first, and that will bring up Lucas Kamshoff, one of the big bats.
Yeah, one of is the key here. Lucas Kamshoff obviously carries the big bat. Cody Oswald's shown a lot of pop. Matthew Sheldon as well has shown ability to drive it deep to the outfield.
First pitch to Kamshoff. Strike down the middle, 0-1.
You can't forget yesterday, Jace McCorkle found the gap in right center and ended up with a triple.
Showing those wheels.
I believe Drew Lawrence in the postgame interview said that might have been his first triple ever. So big moment for McCorkle.
And Rugby taken off. And throw down is not in time. A stolen base for Rugby. And we have the stats that I prepare for us, Brayden, that entered yesterday's game. So I know that's 40-plus stolen bases for the team.
If I look here, I believe 44 is what a Game Changer is telling me.
Live stats strike again. And the 1-1 now to Lucas Kamshoff. Ball misses high. 2-1 as Rugby's doing his best to freak out Andrew Johnson on the mound.
Now at 44, Yankton's only 5 stolen bases away from the single-season total of Joe Goki last year.
Old Ricky Henderson himself. And Johnson turns around to send Rugby back to the bag, and he obliges. And Johnson again will send Rugby back to the bag.
Now on the first fake out back there, the shortstop wasn't covering that time. The shortstop a lot closer, so Rugby a little bit more pep in his step getting back to the bag.
I think Rugby welcomes the throwback because it could end up in center field. And there's the pitch. And ball's low, and it gets by the catcher. Rugby takes off for third. He rounds third, and I just know that he was thinking about it, Brayden.
Any sort of misstep from the catcher there, and Rugby might have tried taking home. We've seen Yankton players this season steal home. Mac Reichen has stolen home this year, and it's something that Coach Lawrence says they've talked about. If they see an opening, if they see something, they got the green light.
So Johnson will walk back to the mound with a 3-1 count to Lucas Kamshoff. Rugby now 90 feet from home. He is the tie-in run. And the pitch, and Kamshoff just rips this one into foul territory, deep into the opposing bullpen, and actually to the fence.
Once again, showing the pop.
And the payoff pitch. Johnson's trying to get his sign from his catcher, Morgan. And the payoff. It's a breaking ball. It misses. Rugby's taken off for home. They'll be there in plenty of time. So Kamshoff takes first. Rugby takes home. We're knotted up at 1 here in the bottom of 1.
Back-to-back walks drawn by post 12 as well here.
I'll bring up Matthew Sheldon batting cleanup today.
That was the 3rd walk of the season for Lucas Kamshoff and the 38th as a team. So very disciplined team at the plate, drawing a lot of walks for Yankton.
And Kamshoff leading off first, and the pitch is in the dirt, and Morgan fields in a back pick attempt. Kamshoff slides back in safely. It's a 1-0 count to Sheldon at the plate.
Sheldon, who's batting .361 on the season with a .442 on-base percentage. Near the top of the team in RBIs as well, with 15, tied for the team lead, actually, with Lucas Kamshoff.
And now Johnson gets set and delivers. Kamshoff takes off. It was a hit-and-run attempt. Sheldon foul tips it into the face mask of Morgan. And that will bring our count to 1-1. One ball, one strike, 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 1. We're tied at 1. Instead of Deuce's Wild, Brayden, could it be Uno's Wild?
We could just play Uno in the booth.
Johnson throws over. Kamshoff steps back on first. So the exact effect that Yankton wants to have on a team is happening right now, Brayden. That is making them think about the runners more than anyone else would ever think about a runner.
If you're so focused on the runner, you can't really find your spots in the strike zone, and we've seen back-to-back walks for Johnson.
And Kamshoff really getting Johnson to jump on the mound right now. And he takes off. And Morgan can't field it behind the plate out of his glove. He was kind of looking to throw before he had it, Brayden. We've seen that. And another stolen base for Yankton, and Kamshoff standing on second.
It was a good pop from Morgan behind the plate, so he's got a decent pop time. It's just, came out of the glove there, and you can't throw a ball that you don't have.
And so Kamshoff will continue to harass Johnson, but leading off second instead. And the 2-1 is delivered. Strike on the outside. Brings it out even at 2.
That was Camshaw's 5th stolen base of the year as well.
Every single one of these Yankton post 12 players can steal. And the 2-2 breaking ball into the back of Matthew Sheldon. He will take his bag. Hit by a pitch, and that'll bring up Cody Oswald.
Yeah, this is a product of Drew Reichen getting a little bit of rest to start this game after pitching yesterday. Oswald moves up 1 spot in the batting order, so it's kind of a nightmare for pitchers having to see Cam Schaff, Matthew Sheldon, and Cody Oswald back to back to back.
Now righty versus lefty. Oswald, the left-handed bat, takes a strike on the outside. 0-1.
Oswald carries a .375 batting average in this game with a .450 on-base percentage and a 1.075 on-base plus slugging. He has been a powerful hitter from the middle of the order.
Ball misses on the outside, and Lucas Kamshoff takes off for third. No one's covering it. Here's a random baseball reference name for you, Brayden. You love doing it. That is a very Johnny Damon.
Dude looked like a caveman in Boston. I love Johnny Damon.
But he has the hair, right? And then also the open third. You know which play I'm referring to, right?
Exactly. I know.
Throw over to Matthew Sheldon, slides back in. And runners at the corners now.
Now got a runner in scoring position as well for Oswald.
And Oswald pokes this one high into the air. A couple of Nemaha players working away under it. Left fielder does glove it, and he's shallow enough to keep Lucas Kamshoff at third, so runner's still at the corners.
It looked like he was going to go to ground for a second to get that out and left for Ian Brester, but able to maintain his feet. I think if he went to ground, though, Kamshoff would have been taken off.
Jason McCorkle will step to the plate. He's had a really good Lewis and Clark Classic.
You know, he's been very efficient over these last 2 days. As we mentioned, 2 RBI triple yesterday. His first extra base hit of the season, and according to Coach Lawrence, the first triple he's had in his career.
Matthew Sheldon now getting Johnson to think about him over at first still. Almost saying, don't worry, or don't forget about me. As Lucas Kamshoff was just taking bases.
And Sheldon is third on the team in stolen bases with 7.
Yeah, throw over to try to get Sheldon caught looking, but he slides back in safely. And Johnson again checks over at Sheldon. Delivers, Sheldon takes off. And the throw down, it's cut off. And Lucas Kamshoff would have been dead to rights at home. But coming in was the second baseman, Workman. And he had it kind of fall out of his glove during the throw. Yankton takes a 2-1 lead. And Matthew Sheldon standing on second safely. So literally, Brayden, we keep talking about it, but because it's so true, the exact effect that Yankton wants to have on defense is making them just uneasy, is the word I was trying to find. Uneasy in the field and make mistakes.
I think the most shocking stat right now in this 2-1 ball game. 2 runs have come across for Yankton. They still got a guy on second. They've been aggressive on the base paths. No hits have been recorded for post 12. It's all been good plate discipline, getting on base with walks, and then finding your way around the path.
Spoiler alert, everyone. I'm going to talk about base running with Coach Drew Lawrence again. Here's Jason McCorkle, lifts this one high in the infield, and it falls. It falls to the turf. Jason McCorkle is standing on first. 2 different Nemaha players come in to field Brayden and kind of walk us back through, because I was kind of looking at my score sheet. I thought that was kind of a foregone conclusion.
You know, the shortstop Charlie Weinke and the third baseman Max Emanuel, both of them got under it. I think Weinke called off Emanuel a little late and then potentially lost it up in the sun as well. This is the most sunshine we've had at this tournament so far, and it just kind of fell just to his left a little bit outside of his glove.
And so we have a mound visit, and those are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners, including America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 to unlock the American dream. And Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 313 Cedar or BostonShoesToBoots.com. and Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. All right, 2-1. Yankton leads, runner on third and first. And at the plate is Josh Sheldon, who, Brayden, we have some information on once you get a lull in that bat.
Big news for Josh Sheldon. He earned a scholarship before the game. We'll talk about it after the first pitch. I guess he doesn't want me to talk about it. He sent the ball right back in my face.
Like literally at your face.
Literally at me. I take it personally. I'm kidding. I don't take it personally. But Josh Sheldon was honored with the Kyle Mueller Classic Scholarship, the first ever scholarship for the Kyle Mueller Classic. Honored for that before the game, so congratulations to him, and as he gets an extra scholarship to go on to the next chapter of his life.
Yeah, it was great news, and great kid, and just a great addition to this post-12 Legion baseball team. And it's a hit and run. And Johnson will field it himself, underhand over to first, and that will wrap it up. As 2 runners are left on, 2 runs, and get ready, no hits for Yankton, as we will send it to the top of inning number 2. But first, I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners, including J&H Cleaning, carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field-Yankton, leading 2-1.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
All right, welcome back to Riverside Field. Yankton leading 2-1 as we enter the top of inning number 2, and Sean Turner's looking for a little bit of better luck behind him, defensively and just overall on the mound as we enter the top of inning number 2. It's Ian Brester.
Just take a look at the score line between these two teams after one inning. There's been 3 total runs scored, 2 for Yankton, 1 for Nemaha. Now we've seen 14 total batters. We've seen 3 errors between the two teams, only 1 hit.
And so a 1-0 count. Go ahead, Brayden.
It just proves how interesting baseball can be sometimes. It can be a funny game at points. You don't expect three total runs in the first inning. We have 14 total batters, and it ends with only 1 hit between the two teams.
See a lot of bikes and boats out on the water today. Well, the bikes are not on water.
If the bikes were on, they make water bikes.
They do. They're called jet skis. And throw across the diamond for Josh Sheldon on a grounder is not unable to get scooped up by Cooper Grotenice. I think it's going to be a throwing error on Josh Sheldon.
I mean, they actually make like pedaling paddles or whatever, like water bikes.
If it doesn't have a motor, Brayden, it's not for me.
Your legs have a motor?
No, if it doesn't have, never mind.
I'm
saying I'm
you,
lazy.
You walk places, so you got a motor in you.
Not if I don't have to. If you're heard of escalators, big fan. Big fan.
That's
of
the next
escalator.
update we need at Riverside.
And we have shown a bunt. Sheldon throws this one across the diamond, and he's able to get Luke Reiling. And so a 5-3 putout. Yeah, they are calling that last one error on Sheldon, yes.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it a throwing error.
And they'll bring back up Andrew Johnson, singled in his first at-bat. It was the first at-bat of the game. Looking to help his own cause here. Pitcher for Nemaha, runner in scoring position.
Still the only hit of the game as well, as we are through 16 total batters.
And a ball, 1-0. Sorry, I was looking at my stats there, Brayden. Victim to the stat sheet again.
You almost need a heads-up to play for stats. That's what happens. That's the next step in broadcasting. Once the metaverse gets us, we'll get heads-up stat displays.
There you go. And the 1-0. And Johnson belts this one out toward deep right. And it is down and off the fence. Bernardo Field sends it back in. The tie and run comes across the plate. And Johnson in there with a sliding triple. So Johnson does help his own cause. We're knotted up at 2.
Johnson now 2 for 2 on the day. He's had himself a very good game. Obviously, the only 2 hits of the game for either team, and now he's got that RBI triple to show for it as well. It's been the only real spot against Sean Turner so far has been Johnson, the leadoff man.
And so now the go-ahead run at 90 feet from home. It'll be Sean Turner missing on the outside, 1-0, as Tyson Workman did sacrifice his last at-bat. The 1-0. This one is hit out towards center. It's down, and Nemaha takes a 3-2 lead as Cody Oswald sends this one back into the infield. So an RBI single for Tyson Workman brings up Landon Morgan, who was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat.
Both times that Nemaha's had a runner on first, they've tried bunting to get him into scoring position. But both those times have come with 0 outs as well, so we'll see what the plan is here.
And ball misses low. So 1-0, and now it's again Landon Morgan. Excuse me. Even though I mute my mic, Brayden, you can still hear it. And the 1-0. Misses high. It's 2-0 count.
Sometimes, man, you just got to cough. There's no shame in it. As long as, you do your part, mute your mic, you're not just coughing in everybody's ears. It's the best we can do.
Just start going your direction.
Please don't.
And this one is lifted high as Jason McCorkle giving chase behind home plate and kind of spirals out of control trying to field it, looking up into the sun. It falls harmlessly. Count sits at 2-1.
Even the best shades, sometimes it's hard to pick a ball up when it's coming out of the sunlight like that.
So Morgan steps back in.
Until we get that retractable roof on Riverside, the sun's always going to be there.
Wait, are we talking? So there's an order of some upgrades. They had the beautiful renovations they've already made, but where do the escalators fit into this?
They're part of the retractable roof plans as well.
And I'm talking the floor escalators too. I don't want to walk at all. I just want to go right from the parking lot.
What?
Like an underground tunnel. And the 2-1 is sent very far foul onto the warning track and foul territory. Count is now 2-2. You know, like I think MLB or any professional sport, they have like the gate for player entrance and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want like a golf cart to take me.
They just got a golf cart waiting for you in the parking lot.
Just for me too.
I have to walk. Yeah, someone's got to bring the case.
You have to walk.
Someone's got to bring the case.
I want a 1-seater in the 2-2. Turner misses on the outside, brings the count full. And I'm going to have the golf cart driver, Brayden, just drive slow enough for you to walk next to us.
Sometimes sacrifices got to be made, and my sacrifice is one that you're willing to make.
The payoff pitch is lifted high and out of play and above the net. And actually, last thing about this golf cart, because this is just spiraling out of control, but I do want it to be a 2-seater because I want to be able to put like my baseball cap next to me. A place to put my stuff. So that is definitely an upgrade we'll talk about.
Yeah, I'll walk the case to the press box and then just keep walking. I'll find a place to go after.
Payoff pitch misses on the outside. And that is a walk issued to Landon Morgan. So now 2 runners on for Nemaha. So then you talked about the retractable roof. I don't know if the Yankton Baseball Association or Mount Marty University in general have $500 million to put a retractable roof on, Brayden.
I don't. That's more money than I will ever see in my life.
Well, then again, that was also the only estimate I ever heard if they ever talked about like putting a roof on like It's the MLB ballparks, you know. That's the number you always hear, like $300 to $500 million. I don't know if it would be that much, but definitely in the millions. Too much money, Brayden. 0-1 count on the outside. And an off-speed pitch swung through on the outside by Max Emanuel. He reached on air his last at-bat. Nemaha leading Yankton 3-2 in the top of inning number 2. And Aussie pitch swings above it. It's a strikeout, but taking a third, and Nemaha taking a play out of Yankton's book, being very aggressive on the base paths, is Workman. So now there's runners at the corners, 2 away. Top of inning number 2. Nemaha leading Yankton again, 3-2. And that'll bring up Charlie Duncan. He had a fielder's choice RBI his last at bat.
This is the Charlie section of the order because on deck is Charlie KYNT.
Mount Visit, again, brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. There is an elevator at Crane Youngworth Field, so we do have that. Trying to think of other upgrades we want, Brayden. The golf cart thing is going to be an ongoing joke now.
It's going to bug me for the rest of my life.
The fact that
I got high-class dreams.
In the hypothetical situation where their golf cart meets me at the parking lot, I'm going to have you walk next to the golf cart while there's an open seat.
I got high-class dreams with a budget of 3 potato chips and a piece of paper.
Pitch into Charlie Duncan, a strike on the outside, 0-1.
Duncan did reach base in his last at-bat on a fielder's choice for the left-handed hitter.
They need to look at to get out of this inning with minimal damage. Turner striking the outside, 0-2. Sean Turner seems to be one of those pitchers for Yankton, very reliable to throw strikes. It's just all about location. Good velocity. It's nothing, you know, requiring a radar gun necessarily. But has always had excellent control in and out, top to bottom. And he's shown that here.
You know, he does have some decent velocity. Of course, he's not going to, like you were mentioning, he's not going to get pulled over on the interstate with it or anything, but he does have enough to get it by guys.
Oh, we've seen that already. And the 0-2 lifted out of play. Foul ball is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. And the 0-2.
Interstate speed limit in South Dakota is 80, right?
Yes.
All right, my joke makes sense.
And runner takes off from first. There will be no throw. McCorkle holds on to it. So both runners now in scoring position.
You go to Iowa and it's like 70. It's bizarro world over there. And I can say that
That
I'm an
is
Iowa.
a state.
Yeah, it is. From Iowa. Only I can disrespect it, all right?
No, trust me. That's not the case. There's an open constitution saying that I can disrespect Iowa.
You've never experienced the land of the corn and the hockey.
Hey, I've driven through it.
Okay.
2-2 now to Charlie Duncan. 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. Turner checks with McCorkle. McCorkle shades to the inside. And there is, I believe, a breaking ball going. And it is fielded and a throwing error going on Yankton's. 1 run comes across. And here comes another one. And reaching second safely is Duncan. So another throwing error on Yankton. And so that is the exact opposite of what Yankton wanted in that exact situation. And now it is a 5-2 lead for Nemaha.
Yeah, 4 runs that should be coming across here in the top of the second.
And so that brings up Charlie KYNT. Yeah, dribble over to Mac Reichen. He fields it. His throw across diamond is in time. Cooper Grotenheis gloves it. And it's a 6-3 put out. 1 runner is left on. 4 runs come across on 2 hits. And brings us to the bottom of inning at number 2. Yankton trailing 5-2. See if they can change that when we come back in 1 minute.
Make sure your grass is always greener with a new John Deere mower from your local C&B. Big or small, let the experts at C&B help you find the mower or utility tractor that'll help you get the job done right. Stop in and check out the John Deere Z-Track mowers or take a load off with a new utility tractor with attachments available to help you with projects of all sizes. Go green this spring at C&B. Learn more about available offers at DeereEquipment.com. That's D-E-E-R Equipment.com.
Whether it's to watch the game, eat out with family, or grab lunch with friends, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat. Checkers' menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 18 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone. Like to mix it up? Try their sauce of the month. Head to Checkers Tuesday to Thursday, 4 to 11, and Friday to Sunday, 11 to 11. On Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
Welcome back to Riverside Field-Yankton trailing 5-2 over Nemaha, or against Nemaha, and the Yankton bats coming to the order here. 4 errors so far for Yankton, and that has just really done a number on them, Brayden.
And it's a rare number of errors as well this early in a game. Usually, Yankton's defense is one of their strong points. It's just, sometimes you have those days where it doesn't feel like a lot can go right. If they can mentally reset, though, they're still in this game.
And Luke Bernardo at the plate for Yankton post 12. Takes a strike on the outside. Breaking ball misses on the inside.
Looking at Bernardo so far this season as he's starting out in right field, has a .308 batting average, on-base percentage of .357. Scored a run this season, also has 4 RBIs. He's drawn a walk as well.
And Bernardo takes a strike outside. It's a 1-2 count now. Johnson from the windup and delivers. Breaking ball in there, caught looking. Strike 3. Luke Bernardo set down. And that's 1 away. Brings up Cooper Grotenice. Cooper's had a lot more playing time so far in this classic. Usually used in the de facto courtesy runner, and then also gets a lot of starts over at first, but solid playing time so far in Lewis and Clark.
He's done well with his playing time here early in the season. He's got 3 hits on the year. He scored 6 runs, as you mentioned, as a courtesy runner a lot, but also just getting on base from the batter's box. Also has an RBI to his credit.
Showing bunt and foul tipping it out of play, 0-2. No, he's always reliable no matter what you ask him to do, and that is just what you want in just a utility player in general. And Cooper Grotenice also has mastered the duck call from the dugout. We talk about that once a broadcast.
At least once a broadcast.
And Johnson set to deliver the 0-2. Breaking ball misses high outside, brings out 1-2. I wore a hoodie this morning, Brayden, because it was morning. It was a little chilly. And you're wearing a hoodie, too.
Yeah.
But regretting some of my life choices.
Hey, man. You know what? I hear you.
Wait, we have AC in this thing.
You forgot, didn't you?
I did. Hold on a second. Okay, next break.
Next half inning, it'll be taken care of. Don't worry.
You just hear beeps in the broadcast of me turning on the AC. Beep, 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 beep. And the 1-2 to Grotenice. And swings through, and that's a punch out. It's well ahead of an off-speed pitch. And it's back-to-back strikeouts for Andrew Johnson. Brings up Mac Reichen. And Mac Reichen, his first at-bat, grounded right back to Johnson.
Yeah, that led off this game. We talked about Mac Reichen, who came into today batting .500 in this classic.
Fouls this one out of Bob Tereshinski Stadium. Foul ball is brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Mac Reichen takes a ball 1-0. So actually, excuse me, 1-1. And laces this one into center field, just past the glove of the shortstop. And it's a base hit for Mac Reichen.
A diving effort made at short by Weinke there. He just couldn't get the glove on it. Looked like it tipped off the bottom part of the glove and got underneath of him. Would have been an amazing play at short, but you can't fault him at all on that, and it's a good hit by Reichen.
Now bring up another Reichen, Rugby Reichen. Drew will walk in his first at-bat and see if Yankton can start messing around on the base paths as Mac Reichen, right as I say that, Brayden, has to dive back into first safely.
That's someone to be worried about on the base paths. He's second on the team in steals.
You know, every one of this team is just going to be messing with Andrew Johnson on the mound today, and I think that's what Yankton needs to do. Keep the defense uneasy and make them do everything twice as fast as they usually would. That's how errors happen, and that's how Yankton is trying to get runs here. That's an 0-1 now to Rugby. It's called strike. Andrew Johnson steps off the mound again, sends Mac back to the bag. And a quick throw over. And Duncan is able to scoop it out of the dirt as a low throw. Mac Reichen slides back in safely. But that's what Yankton is looking for, Brayden, is those throws over eventually. No matter how talented these players are, one of those will get by the first baseman. It happens at all levels. And that's when Mac Reichen will take second, maybe third. And the 0-1. Rugby sends this one foul and out of play. Brings us to an 0-2 count.
It's like you were saying, though, the more repetitions you have trying to get that pick off over at first, the more you're in the pitcher's head, the more likely it is to end up getting by because of how fast you have to do that movement. And it's not exactly the most natural turn and throw either.
If you're listening, bringing your kids down to the ballpark, foul balls, they are taking them at the concession stand for a quarter. Growing up, Brayden, we got freezies for foul balls.
Well, if you get 4 foul balls, you can get a freezie because it's $1 at the concession stand.
There you go. But when I would get orange, I'd be so mad.
Orange anything, just not good. Sorry to any orange fans out there.
Just any fans of just orange in general. The color.
Orange flavoring mainly. Just orange flavored things. Gatorade, Powerade, nothing.
Mac Reichen takes off for a steal. And another steal for Yankton and almost goes into center field. But nice backup fielding by Nemaha. And so Yankton has a runner in scoring position with Rugby at the plate 2-2 count. Sorry, Brayden.
I was so in my own mental prison about orange-flavored things, I didn't even notice Mac taking off at first, so my apologies there.
It is fine. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the orange Gatorade either. You don't have anything? You don't have an issue with that? Like yesterday when I said I wasn't the biggest fan of ribs?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like orange flavoring. Orange Gatorade, orange Powerade, orange soda.
You and I almost just got in a huge fight because of my rib comment, but...
Oh, I didn't even get out of the chair. It wasn't that serious.
I was mad. So Rugby Reichen gets hit in the back with a pitch, and he'll take first. So Yankton has 2 runners on. And Hope Lesher, our KYNT studio producer, sends us a message with a sad face saying she's an orange fan.
I'm not saying, like, you should be shamed for your opinion. I'm just saying it's wrong.
We all make mistakes, Hope. You know, we're not all perfect, you know.
Yeah, yeah, we all make mistakes. I'm trying really hard not to bring up the Mount Rushmore food.
The fact that you said that one of your favorite foods of all... No, one of your foods... It's not that you like nuggets, Brayden. It's the fact that it's on your Mount Rushmore. Okay, that's my only thing.
Here's the thing. I extend chicken nuggets to boneless wings as well.
Because that's all boneless wings are. And I love boneless wings. Dude, I love boneless wings. But it's not... I don't go to Buffalo Wild Wings or wherever you want to say, you know, as wings, and say... Yeah, I want a basket of nuggies.
I do.
How many barbecue, please? Nuggies.
I do. Give me my barbecue nuggies.
And I like them dinosaur shaped.
Dude, if they bust out the dinosaur shaped wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm never having money again.
And 1-0 to Lucas Kamshoff. That's right. There is baseball going on. As Yankton has 2 runners on the base paths, a 5-2 lead for Nemaha over Yankton. Lucas Kamshoff, the big bat at the plate. He drew a walk his last at bat. It's just you bring up the dino things, and I guarantee that's what Kirby, my 2.5-year-old, is eating right now.
Okay, and she can enjoy them the rest of her life because there's no age limit on the box.
1-0 inside for a strike. Let's do a 1-2 count. 2 away here. Again, Brayden, there's nothing wrong. I just want to point it out to everyone. There's nothing wrong with liking or even loving chicken nuggets. It's just on your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. It's like pizza and a couple other things. Ribs. Fourth one? Insert fourth one here? I don't know.
Okay, so the 1-2, Andrew Johnson. Misses on the outside, brings it down to 2-2 to Lucas Camshaw. This one subject is going to just deteriorate our relationship.
It's already deteriorating.
Our friendship is just fracturing live on air as
it's deteriorate. I can't even say the word, so it's yep.
You're
it's
shook,
doing
man.
it.
You're shook.
I am shooketh. I'm without speech.
And Lucas Camshaw pokes this one down the left field line, just foul, just the left side of the bag. And the count will remain 2-2. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 2. Yankton trails 5-2.
Now, while we
get
have
at least a run across here.
Yeah, they really do. But while we have been having this sidebar, Lucas Camshaw has had a very good battle at the plate with Johnson on the mound, and as you mentioned, 2-2 count now.
And Johnson checking Mac Reichen over at second and delivers. Breaking ball, Lucas Camshaw caught looking at the plate. And that will leave 2 runners on for Yankton on 1 hit, and no runs come across as we enter the top of inning number 3. I want to thank a few of our sportscaster partners, amongst them Aztec. Aztec of Yankton was founded on innovation and a passion to help their customers. They live the core values every day. Right now, they're offering a healthy sign-on bonus and wage, along with great benefits. Build your careers with a group that's built to connect from rock to road. Stop by for a walk-in interview or click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company to Smet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. We'll be back in 30 seconds from Riverside Field.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
Welcome back to Riverside Field. Postal Leader Baseball trailing Nemaha 5-2. We have a pitching change on the mound. Pitching changes are brought to you by Conclean Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Samuel Camshaw will be on the mound as Sean Turner's day will be done. He pitched 2 innings, gave up 5 runs, 1 earned, and he had 1 strikeout, and that all came on 42 pitches. They'll bring in Samuel Camshaw, and Brayden, what he does with Samuel Camshaw, obviously he pitches for Dakota State. He's still under that age limit. This will be his last post-12 Legion year.
You know, we've seen him already in the Lewis and Clark Classic. He had 1 inning pitched against Blair, if you remember, all that time ago on Friday. And it was a 3-up, 3-down inning with 1 strikeout. So we'll see what he can do here with what can be assumed as more of an extended run of form here.
And I will turn over play-by-play duties over to Brayden Butler. Brayden?
The 1-0 pitch here from Camshaw. He leaves it high for a 2-0 count. Camshaw trying to keep this deficit where it is. The first batter he's faced gets the first strike by him. It's a 2-1 count now. Coming into today's game, Samuel Camshaw had 5 1/3 innings pitched. Was credited for 1 loss, about 4 runs, 3 earned over those innings. Has a 3.9 ERA. Of course, his main start coming as J.C. Brager last week's a very good ball club out of Lincoln. So no shame in that, as that one ended up being a 4-1 loss for Yankton. They got their win back, though, in the end of the Kyle Miller Classic. It's a 3-1 count now from Camshaw. That one hits the zone for strike 2.
When it mattered the most, right, Brayden?
When it mattered the most. As long as you got the championship at the end, nothing else really matters. It's a full count here. We'll see the payoff pitch from Kamshoff to Svoboda. And that one finds the zone, and the bat stays on the shoulder of the Nemaha right fielder. So it'll be punch out to start inning number 3. That brings up Ian Brester. Kamshoff taking his time as he comes set. First pitch in there for strike 1. Kamshoff works exclusively out of the stretch from the looks of it. Does have a little bit of a hitch after he initially comes set. He brings that front foot up again. And comes home. That one tries to bend it in. Can't find it, so it's a 1-1 count.
I think it always depends on what you're usually used for. Maybe Dakota State, some relief work and stuff. You just don't want to. And he did that the last few years here for post 12, Brayden. And I think a lot of it is you just don't want to have to focus on 2 different kinds of deliveries. You just want to rather master one rather than 2.
You'd rather be really good at one thing than, above average at everything.
Yeah.
It's the kind of mental pathway he's taken as I struggled to find the words for a moment. I was on my own mental pathway. That one's popped up and out of play by Brester at the plate.
This whole chicken nugget thing has you just beside yourself right now.
Man, I just really want chicken nuggets now. I am not even going to lie to you. It's a 5-2 ball game in the top of inning number 3 as this one's poked out the first base line. It's gloved at first and taken over. Should also mention Sean Turner did not check out of the game. He just moved over to first base. Everything else looks the same for Yankton's defense. Didn't notice the switch at first initially. And I looked over, saw the grounder at first, like, Cooper Groten has grew a lot of hair all of a sudden. This one's bounced back into the netting, foul tipped. This is Luke Railing up and grounded out to the third baseman in the second inning. This is only at bat so far. Oh, 1 count here as Kamshoff comes set. That one high for ball 1. Just misses the spot there. One here from Kamshoff. Gets a swing from Railing. Took a little bit off the top of that one and dropped it below the zone for strike 2. Kamshoff, 1-2 count. He winds and pitches. Finds the strike zone again. Or gets him to swing, excuse me, for the punch out. Good inning in relief for Samuel Kamshoff. 3 batters faced. All 3 of them got out in the inning. 2 of them punched out on strikes. No hits, no runs, no runners left on base as we go to the bottom of inning number 3 back in 60 seconds with the Yankton Post 12 bats.
When I'm looking for inspiration, I find it playing ukulele. Music inspires me to be bold and self-expressive. It teaches me how to turn life experiences into art and find new ways to connect with those around me. How do you show your imaginative side? Schedule your campus visit to Mount Marty University at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Andrew Johnson still on the mound for Nemaha as we go to the bottom of inning number 3. Impromptu hiccup, my apologies. It's a 5-2 ball game, and Matthew Sheldon stepping up to the plate to lead off the third. Cody Oswald on deck, Jace McCorkle in the hole. Josh Sheldon waiting in the wings.
This is another day of our KYNT Hot Dog Appreciation Program. Hot dog is brought to me. Or Brayden. See, Brayden, I'm taking care of you, too. I will show you appreciation.
We've been so out of sync this weekend because of the rain delays and everything. I think that's the first time that you've brought up the hot dog appreciation as the catcher's mask gets knocked off on a foul tip by Matthew Sheldon.
It's Hot Dog Appreciation Program to make it more official, Brayden.
It's an official program now.
Yes.
Community outreach.
I'm currently looking for sponsors.
So somebody get Sheboygan on the horn.
Feedthebroadcaster.org. Oh, boy.
Be an 0-1 count to Sheldon as I'm trying to regain composure. That one misses for ball one. Johnson going out of his windup here. Gets a swing and a miss there from Sheldon. Strike two. It's a 1-2 count. Sheldon reached base in his first at-bat as he was hit by a pitch. Trying to get back on the base paths here. Foul tips that one into the glove, and that's going to be strike three. So he is sat down on the punch-out, and that brings up Cody Oswald. It's the third punch-out of the game so far for Andrew Johnson as Cody Oswald steps into the box. Left-handed hitter. Loads up on that back leg as Johnson comes forward. That one clips the outside part of the plate. Strike one. Johnson now through his motion. Finds the outside part again. Strike two. Gets both of them looking so far. Jace McCorkle is the man on deck for Yankton. Johnson goes into his windup again. Leaves that one too far outside. Just trying to work that outside part of the plate against Oswald. Misses the spot there for a 1-2 count. That one foul tipped by Oswald back into the netting. Jace McCorkle showing the hustle out of the on-deck circle to go get that foul tip. Count will remain 1-2 after the foul ball. Oswald flew out to left field in his first at-bat, trying to bend it in there to find the zone as Johnson can't get it. Leaves it outside for ball two. 2-2 count from Johnson. He winds and deals. This one hit out on a line to right center field by Oswald. Jigging under it is the center fielder. Has to turn, makes the turn, can't put a glove on it. It's down in front of the right center field fence. Oswald makes the turn at second. He is going to be in there for a stand-up triple. And I think he even pulled it off a little bit. He didn't even full sprint between second and third. Light jog was able to get him around the bases in that much of a hurry.
Yeah, and how many times per broadcast do we also bring up how fast we want to see Cody Oswald run all the bases?
All of them. Just let him go.
When he was rounding second, I almost thought I was like, it's happening.
He's going to do it. It's a triple for Cody Oswald, and it puts him as close as he's going to get to home plate. Jace McCorkle at the dish. McCorkle's got double-digit RBIs this season.
I believe that's the second triple on the year for Cody Oswald. Maybe third.
He is leading the team in triples. I believe that is his third, actually. That one misses the zone for ball one. It's a 1-1 count. One count with one runner on and one down in the inning. Yankton trails by 3. That one misses the plate for ball two. Johnson likes the call he gets from his catcher. Comes set. Out of the stretch, leaves that one off the plate, gets away from the catcher, hard off the backstop. Cody Oswald thinks twice about it. That was a low throw back to the third baseman. It looked like it hit the lip of the third base bag before going into foul territory. Oswald's going to stay put at third. Something to keep an eye on with McCorkle. He does have 12 RBI on the season, third on the team behind Lucas Kampshoff and Matthew Sheldon. Got a 2 RBI triple in yesterday's ball game. Any sort of base hit will get him an RBI here. It's a 3-1 count to McCorkle. Throw over to third, trying to keep Cody Oswald honest. (3-1) inside. That's going to be ball 4 if it didn't clip McCorkle. So that's going to be a free base no matter how you cut it. And that puts Jace McCorkle on first and Josh Sheldon into the batter's box.
No, when I played, see, I hate to do that, but seriously. No, seriously, when I did play, though, there was the Golden Band-Aid Award. And they actually did go to a trophy place and had a little Golden Band-Aid trophy for the person that got hit the most.
No, by the end of my baseball career, I developed into the, I'm walking or nothing guy. 'Cause I'm not putting contact onto it, so why take the bat off my shoulder? We do have a courtesy runner at first for Jace McCorkle. That's Drew Reichen stepping in. Looking at Drew Reichen's on-base stats on the year, he is very high on the team in stolen bases. Keep an eye on him. Johnson comes set. He fires home to Josh Sheldon. Popped up over the press box and out of play. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to enter the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. Johnson checks Reichen at first. Sneaks a glance over at Oswald at third. Reichen's going from first to second. Throw down from the catcher. Try to get cut off there. And Oswald's going to come home on the play as the second baseman couldn't quite cut it off the top of his glove. And that's going to be a run scored for Yankton as they cut the lead now to 2. With only 1 down here in the bottom of the third.
Well, it's like Yankton knew they were going to cut it off. It was a matter of how good of a throw could the catcher get to that cutoff, and then just one tiny tip off the glove. Cody Oswald was standing on home plate, Brayden.
You know, very good heads-up base running by Oswald from third. You know, obviously, he's got the speed in the legs. This one's grounded out to the second baseman by Josh Sheldon. Throw over to first is in there in time, but it advances Drew Reichen to third as it brings up Luke Bernardo.
And don't forget, folks, we have an event tomorrow right here at Riverside Field, the free baseball and softball clinic. This clinic is held in support of Mount Marty University and the Yankton Parks and Recreation Department. It's for kids ages 8 to 18. It'll be located at Riverside Park Monday, again tomorrow, from 9 a.m. to noon. It will feature Les Norman, former Major League Baseball player, along with coaches and players from Mount Marty University. Focusing on hitting, infield, outfield, pitching, catching, and base running tomorrow, 9 to noon.
It's a great opportunity for young kids around Yankton to get into baseball. If you're already into baseball, refine your skills a little bit. So,
bring your glove.
Bring your glove. I need to get a baseball glove. Just need to throw a ball around a little bit. That one foul tip by Bernardo back into the netting here. It's a 1-2 count.
I have a baseball glove ready to go. Can't really play catch with Kirby yet, though. I mean, she'll throw things at my face, but usually it's like Legos at point-blank range. Or a fist.
She throws hands. She swings a mallet around. 1-2 to Bernardo. Swung on and missed. The ball is dropped on third strike. A throw down to first. Gets there in time after a little bit of confusion. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. The drop third strike and the throw down ends the inning for Yankton, but not before they get 1 run across. 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on base for post 12. I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members before heading to the top of the 4th. Starting with Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. Also, the UPS store. They help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and, of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton across from Walmart. And lastly, Yankton Thrive. There is a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Back in 30 seconds, Samuel Camshaw still on the mound for Yankton. Here on KYNT, KYNTV.
Throw another burger on the grill because barbecue season has arrived. It's up at the lake, out in the park, and right here in Yankton. Get the family together and head down to Lewis and Clark Lake to make the most of these summer days while they last. On your way, stop by Shop Easy, south of Yankton, for everything you need, from snacks to drinks to paper plates. Barbecue season, powered locally at Cenex. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. First pitch of inning number 4 is a ball from Samuel Kamshoff. Andrew Johnson at the plate. The first pitcher duel between Kamshoff and Johnson. The 1-0, swung on, popped up. I got the elevator shaft. Jason McCorkle trying to race underneath of it just in front of our booth, but he can't get the glove on it. Will fall to the turf for strike 1 on the foul ball. Johnson so far in this one has an RBI and 2 hits, a single and a triple. There's a ground squirrel on the field. I don't think it knows how to get through the turf, so it is trying to find its way home. Anyway, we're going to get back to action.
Did I miss a squirrel?
There was a ground squirrel just kind of walking around behind home plate.
My whole day's ruined now.
First, that pitch in there for strike 2. Don't know where he scurried off to, but obviously it's a little hard to get through the turf, like I mentioned. So find his burrow somewhere else. That one bounces off the plate.
Oh, Brayden, I have a random story of the day for you. It involves squirrels. All right. So you know my dog Victor. You're very well familiar with Victor.
I'm aware of Victor.
The fact that he tries to bite you.
Hey, he means well, all right? He's just, defending his people. I understand.
He got punched in the face by a squirrel. We'll get back to that.
I don't even know how that happens. It's a 2-2 count from Kamshoff. Tries to fire outside part of the plate. Just misses for ball 3. I'm stuck on a squirrel punching a dog. It's not helping my mental
All you have to do is
mental
ask.
Gymnastics.
Wait till
right
after
now.
this at bat. All you have to do is ask.
It's a full count here. We get the payoff pitch from Kamshoff. And that one clips the outside part of the plate. Kamshoff sits down Andrew Johnson. It's the first time today Johnson's been sat down. That's 3 strikeouts through 4 batters faced for Samuel Kamshoff. Brings up Tyson Workman. Workman 1 for 2 on the day. And is the Squirrel 1-0 against Victor?
I need time for the full story.
First pitch from Kamshoff in there for strike 1.
And yes.
It's an 0-1 count from Samuel Kamshoff. That one bounces low and away for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count now.
If you end up not believing me, you can ask my wife. It's a very true story.
I believe you. Why would somebody make that up?
This is hilarious. It's a hilarious true story.
The 1-1 here from Kamshoff. Swung on and missed by Workman. It's a 1-2 count. Samuel Kamshoff on the mound. Come a long way from literally having a mental breakdown, mixing him and Lucas up. That one inside. I think they're going to say it hit the bat first. They're going to call it foul ball. Went off of Workman as well. All right, Bryce. What is this story about the squirrel? I'm dying to know.
Okay, so the squirrel was on a tree branch. This is at our old place, but on the tree branch, looking down at Victor, and he is just barking for like 5 straight minutes, right? To the point where we're just like, Victor, knock it off. And we watch this squirrel scurry down the tree, and this is about like the base of the tree, and then about an additional 10 feet where Victor is, right? Go straight up to Victor, and just give him the left-right jab, and then just go right back to that branch and look back down at him. And Victor squeals, and then comes to us all crying. So
Gave him the 2-piece.
He gave him the 2-piece.
Samuel Kamshoff completed the 3-piece as he strikes out Tyson Workman on the mound. That was a good transition. You don't need to acknowledge it.
Folks, you're only going to get this on KYNT and KYNTV.
This is only the best of the best. The best and the brightest, and yours truly. 2 outs here in the top of inning number 4 in a 5-3 ball game. Kamshoff has set the first 2 guys down on strikes, but this one's driven out to center field. Oswald giving chase. It's over his head and off the wall. As rounding first is Landon Morgan. He's going to take the turn. No, he's going to stay at second. not an RBI, but a double here, a 2-out double for Landon Morgan. That's the first base runner since Kamshoff has come into the game.
And that was a very solid piece of hitting right there from Morgan. The perfect placement in the gap, rolling all the way to the fence.
Now, you know it's a good hit when a guy like Cody Oswald out in center field can't track it down and the speed he's got. Kamshoff working against Max Emanuel here. First pitch to him is a strike looking. It's an 0-1 count. Emanuel so far reached on an error in the first inning and struck out in the second inning. See what he's got here in the top of inning number 4. 5-3 ball game. Nemaha leads Yankton. Kamshoff checks the runner at second. Now comes home. Finds the outside part of the zone. Strike 2 is an 0-2 count. See if Emanuel tries to protect here down 0-2. Emanuel crowds the plate a little bit here. Pokes one out to the second baseman. It's gloved at second by Matthew Sheldon. Thrown across the diamond. Good stretch by Sean Turner, but they get him in time. That is going to end the top half of inning number 4. 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on base. A pair of strikeouts as well for Samuel Kamshoff as we go to the bottom of inning number 4. Yankton post 12 bats up next as they trail by 2. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. We go to the bottom of inning number 4. Andrew Johnson still out on the mound for Nemaha. And check who's leading off this half of the inning. It is Cooper Grotenheis leading off. Grotenheis struck out in his first at-bat. That came in the second inning. On deck is Mac Reichen. He represents the top of the batting order. Rugby Reichen in the hole. Lucas Kamshoff in the wings. We're ready to get back underway here. Bottom of inning number 4 from a beautiful Riverside field. First pitch from Johnson finds the outside part of the zone. Strike 1. Johnson working quickly here. Leaves that one too far off the plate. Ball 1. It's a 1-1 count. That one left off the plate as well. Ball 2 to Grotenheis. Grotenheis set up pretty far back in the box. He's got that left foot, his rear foot, all the way in that back left corner. Pretty close to the plate, though, as Johnson comes home with a 2-1. Swung on and popped up out of play. Foul tip by Grotenheis. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. 2-2 to Grotenheis. Swung on, can't get a piece of it, though. That's out number 1 on the punch out by Johnson, and it brings up Mac Reichen. Reichen singled in his last at-bat. 1 for 2 on the day. which keeps him at 500 for the Lewis and Clark Classic as a whole. This one popped up and out of play here. First pitch swinging from Reichen. For those keeping track at home, he is 5 for 10 over the two games and 3 full innings of this one that they've played so far. Swung on a miss for strike 2 there. It's an 0-2 count now to Reichen. The 0-2 from Johnson. Foul tipped, and it gets out of the glove of the catcher, so Reichen stays alive. Still an 0-2 count, though. (0-2) on its way as Johnson's going through his windup. Leaves that one low and away. Johnson's fell as well on his follow-through. He gets back up to his feet okay. It's always worrying seeing a pitcher fall to the ground on their follow-through of a pitch. You never know if they land wrong and turn their ankle or something, but he looks fine right there. Maybe just slipped and lost his footing. 1-2 pitch from Johnson. That one outside, ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now to Mac Reichen.
You need to imagine the amount of foot traffic that mountain sees, especially on the downhill slope of it.
2-2 pitch misses inside, and that's exactly right. You got to think of how many pitches have been thrown so far today already, and it's only the 4th inning. Full count, payoff pitch, up the middle on the ground. Sliding stop made at second. Mac Reichen tries to beat the throw, and he does. It's an infield single for Mac Reichen. The sliding stop, great play at second, but it proves all for naught as Mac Reichen reaches first base safely. Brings up Samuel Kamshoff here in place of Rugby Reichen.
When that ball went off the bat of Mac Reichen, he knew that he had a chance based on the placement if he'd hustled down the first, and that's exactly what he did, showing that speed. Another base runner for Yankton.
First pitch to Kamshoff is a ball. They can't get the back pick on Reichen at first as he slides in safely. Reichen slides back into first again on the pickoff attempt. He's there safely. Remains a 1-0 count. Reichen taking off for second, swung on by Kamshoff. The throw down gets away from the second baseman as Mac Reichen slides in there safely with another stolen base. Makes it a 1-1 count to Samuel Kamshoff.
And Yankton's still creepily getting closer to Joe Gokey's, as we always joke, his single season record. His single season is more than most teams' full seasons.
49 last year, I believe, is the number you have. 1-1 count here from Johnson. This one swung on and contact made by Kamshoff. He flares it out to right center field. Under it is the center fielder for Nemaha, who gloves it. Mac Reichen will move from second to third on the out, though. That brings up Sean Turner.
Is your score sheet right now just all kinds of scratched up?
My score sheet right now is a lot of changes here in this part of the order. Obviously, Kamshoff right there batting in place of Rugby Reichen, and then now Sean Turner batting in place of Lucas Kamshoff. First pitch swung on and missed by Turner. Makes the count 0-1. He's got a runner in scoring position. Mac Reichen standing on third base. Another strike in there on Turner. Makes it an 0-2 count here for Johnson. Trying to escape this inning with no damage done. Leaves that one inside for ball 1. One-two pitch on its way from Johnson. Taken outside for a ball. Gets away from the catcher, but it bounces just back in front of the plate, so no movement from Mac. Still has not returned to the third base bag, though. Now he steps back on it.
It was just a suggestion.
Just mind games. Reichen getting a decent lead from third as Johnson comes home. Leaves that one outside for a ball. Gets away from the catcher, Mac Reichen. Full sprint, full tilt, and he beats the throw to the plate, and a run will score this inning. Mac Reichen takes home. Big play there from Mac at third.
And what a hustle play down the third base line. And the way Mac was walking, very serious and stoic. We've seen a couple players have plays like that where they get to the dugout and then eventually they're like, oof. But a lot of contact there on Mac Reichen.
Heavy contact made. He put his body on the line. He puts a run on the board for Yankton. That makes it a 5-4 ball game. Payoff pitch to Turner. That one's inside for ball 4, so another Yankton player will get on base. That brings up Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon, the cleanup hitter here. Hit by pitch in his first at-bat, struck out in his second. That ball bounces. Blocked by the catcher behind the plate. It's ball 1, though. We'll see if Turner makes any moves at first base. I haven't seen him on the base paths a lot this year. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Sheldon. Makes it a 1-1 count. Johnson fires home, the 1-1. This one's swung on and driven out to right field by Matthew Sheldon on the warning track as the right fielder. That one's over the fence and gone. Matthew Sheldon with a 2-run home run takes the lead here in Yankton. We always talked all year about how Lucas Kamshoff was the only player in the spring season to send a bomb out. Well, Matthew Sheldon is the first for post 12 this year, and he sends it over the right field fence and puts 2 more up on the board for Yankton. They take the 6-5 lead.
We were finally talking about how wind could help. I mean, that was all power. I'm not trying to give credit to Mother Nature right now, but at least it wasn't working against Yankton this time, actually moving out toward the river. And once that went off the bat, I think the right fielder also knew Brayden. I think I might be in trouble here.
You know, I couldn't catch it off the bat. I lost it in the sky, so I was subdued for a moment. But as soon as I saw that thing land on the other side of the fence, we had to turn it up as Matthew Sheldon gets to go on a round trip, all expenses paid, back to home plate on that home run. 6-5 ball game as Cody Oswald steps in. He fouls this one up and out of play.
So Yankton back in the driver's seat, leading 6-5. See if they can hold on here against a very good. I've been very impressed with this Nemaha squad.
Has been a very impressive day so far, but for Nemaha, as you mentioned, Andrew Johnson's had a very good day on the mound. Just caught a little snare in this 4th inning. That snare being a 2-run home run by Matthew Sheldon. That one was inside, and it gets away from the catcher, off the backstop, and rolls all the way back to Johnson on the mound, so he's just going to pick it up. It's a 2-1 count now. Oswald has flown out to left field and tripled so far in this game. Jace McCorkle on deck. That one another ball. It's a 3-1. Johnson through the windup. This one swung on by Oswald. Sent up the elevator shaft. The catcher trying to get underneath of it near the backstop. And it gets down to the turf. So he can't glove it. Makes the count 3-2. Full count. We get a payoff pitch when everybody gets reset. Three-two count here in the bottom of inning number 4. It's a 6-5 ball game. 11 runs have come across between these two teams. This one on the ground to the second baseman. Scooped up at second and flipped over to first. Good play by Nemaha, ends the inning, but not before 3 Yankton players come across home plate, 2 of them on a 2-run home run from Matthew Sheldon. 2 hits, 3 runs, no runners left on base for Yankton as we head to the top of inning number 5. But first, thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. Also, Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans, ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And lastly, Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech at 665-4839. We go to the top of inning number 5. It looks like there's another shift on the mound as Matthew Sheldon is out there in relief. We'll talk more about him when we come back in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Sports injuries can be the result of competitive activities, but can also happen by just participating in leisure activities too. If you're experiencing pain as the result of your chosen activity, consider chiropractic care. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. We have experienced chiropractors that work with sports injuries every day. Our treatment options are aimed to minimize pain, reduce recovery time, and reduce risk of future injuries. Visit First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Welcome back on KYNT, KYNTV as we head to the top of inning number 5. Matthew Sheldon out on the mound for Yankton. Had his stats pulled up on my phone for the live stats from Game Changer, and I left it on the other side of the booth. This season on the mound for Matthew Sheldon. 5 innings pitched, 1 game started through 74 pitches. He has 1 win, no losses. Allowed only 3 hits, no earned runs, and struck out 9 batters in that game, or in his appearances so far this season. It's a quick 1-1 count. Opened the game with a strike and then ball to follow it. That one in there for a strike. Looks like a couple changes have been made out in the field. As soon as we can confirm them, we'll get them to you. This one sent on a line to the second baseman. That's gloved at second. Throw over to Sean Turner in there in time. I believe that's Mark Cottle at second. A couple other things to take a look at. Jace McCorkle no longer behind the plate. That's Samuel Camshaw from the looks of it. Everything else in the infield looks the same as it was last inning. Sean Turner at first. Reichen at short. Sheldon at third. That pitch is in there for a strike from Matthew Sheldon. Cody Oswald still out in center. Can't get a beat on who's out in right and left, but we'll get those as soon as we can. Second pitch in there for a strike as well from Matthew Sheldon. So he's bearing down on the hitter. It's an 0-2 count here. Charlie Weinke in at the plate, popped out in his first at-bat, grounded out in his second. And there is a punch-out from Matthew Sheldon. 3-pitch strikeout. Sam Svoboda. First pitch to him, misses just outside for ball 1. Svoboda is grounded out and struck out so far in this game. The 1-0. That one left low as well for ball 2. Sheldon out of his windup. Gets the first strike of the at-bat there, swinging. It's a 2-1 count now. 2 down here in inning number 5. The 2-1 from Sheldon. Off the plate for a ball. Makes it a 3-1 count. The 3-1 from Sheldon. Left that one high. Ball 4. It'll be a free base for Sam Svoboda. So to bring up Ian Brester, the left fielder. Brester 0 for 1 in the official score sheet. Reached on an error in the second inning and then grounded out to the first baseman in the third inning. His first bat since as we are in the top of the 5th. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1 for Matthew Sheldon. Working out of the stretch now with the runner on first. Hasn't been a lot of aggressive base running so far today from Nemaha. We'll see if that changes with the switch at catcher, but Samuel Kamshoff has a pretty good arm behind the plate as well, as that one is in there for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count now for Sheldon. He's trying to get out this top half of the inning with a pretty good score sheet. This one's sent on the ground. It gets past Sean Turner into right field. Glove by the right fielder. The throw in from Luke Bernardo gets to Mark Cottle at second, but there are runners at the corners for Nemaha. Bernardo out in right. And there's the last official change, obviously. Cooper Grotenheis out in left. He batted for Rugby Riken last inning. He took his spot out in left field. Just to recap, left fielder Cooper Grotenheis, center field Cody Oswald, right field Luke Bernardo, around the horn in the infield Josh Sheldon at third, Mac Riken at short, Mark Cottle at second, Sean Turner at first, and your battery right now is Matthew Sheldon on the mound and Samuel Kamshoff behind the plate. The 0-0 here, high and inside, a little bit of limbo work from Luke Railing as he gets out of the way of that one for ball 1. The 1-0, soft grounder down the third base line, and it rolls out of play. A little too much English on as it kicks down foul. Makes it a 1-1 count after the foul ball. Sheldon comes set on a mound in a 1-1 count with 2 down. 2 runners on. They're at the corners. That one's in there for a strike 2. 1-2 now. Sheldon trying to work out of this situation. Sheldon takes a glance at the runner at first, now comes home, leaves that one low and away, gets away from Kamshoff behind the plate, tried to scoop it, but it's going to be a slide head first into home plate for Sam Svoboda, and we're back tied at 6 apiece as he scores on the wild pitch. Luke Reiling still at the plate. 2-2 count, 2 down. 1 runner on, he's at second base, and we're tied back up here in the 5th inning. Sheldon gets him for strike 3 and ends the inning, but not before the tying run comes across the plate here for Nemaha. We go to the bottom of inning number 5 in a 6-6 ball game. 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 runner left on base for Nemaha. We'll be back on KYNT, KYNTV with the bottom of the 5th, in 60 seconds.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and 0 sugar. Sparkling ice. Tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration. The perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Looks like Mark Cottle's going to be leading off this half inning. Looks like he's batting in place of Jace McCorkle. Kind of coincides with all the changes and shifts we've seen out on the field in the last half inning. Be Cottle's first at-bat of the day when we get back live. There's also a pitching change out on the mound for Nemaha. Pitching changes are brought to you by Conklin Distributing. Time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Out on the mound for Nemaha is number 5. Wasn't on the starting lineup sheet, so pull up the reserve list here to see who is now the new pitcher here for Nemaha.
Leading off for Post 12 at the bottom of the fifth, number 19, second baseman, Mark Cottle.
Mark Cottle leading off here as the second baseman. It's Caden Bowen on the mound, by the way, for Nemaha as I get that list up. First pitch from Bowen is roped out into left field by Mark Cottle, but it's going to be caught just in front of the warning track. A lot of pop in that one from Mark Cottle as he put a good line into that one, but it was right at the left fielder, and it ends up in his glove for the first out of inning number 5, the bottom half. Brings up Josh Sheldon to the plate. A couple ground outs so far in this one. That one low away for ball 1, or low and gets away ball 1. After Sheldon, Luke Bernardo, the man on deck. Cooper Grotenheis in the hole. Second pitch is a ball as well to Josh Sheldon. It's a 2-0 count. Three straight balls to open up the at-bat for Josh Sheldon. I'm trying to catch up on my score sheet here. Call that an L7 for Cottle. That was a liner out to left field. That one inside as well. Sheldon has to spin out of the way of it. He's going to take his base. 4-pitch walk, and that brings up Luke Bernardo.
Next up to bat, number 17, Luke Bernardo.
Bernardo taking his time to get in the box as he's getting the signal from the third base coaching box, Drew Lawrence. See how aggressive Josh Sheldon is on the base paths in a tied ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Both these teams want to win. This is Nemaha's second game of the day, technically, as they picked up their game that was delayed yesterday that was ended in the 4th inning. Had that one earlier this morning against Blair. It's a 1-0 count as the first pitch was a ball to Bernardo. Bowen checks the runner at first. Now comes set, working out of his stretch. He's going to throw over to first. Not there in time as Josh Sheldon was able to slide back in safely. The wind's starting to pick up here at Riverside Field. Especially in the outfield as that one finds the zone for strike 1. Check the forecast this morning, as you got to do with weekends like this with how much rain has been an issue. No rain in the forecast for today, but it was supposed to be windier, 10 to 15 baseline, gusting over a 20. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2 from Bernardo. This one's set on the ground by Bernardo, but out of play down the first base line. We'll try again with a 1-2 count with 1 down. This is the first inning of the work for Bowen on the mound. Andrew Johnson got the start with the first 4. Throw over to first, trying to get Josh Sheldon. Can't get there in time as he slides back in safely. Bowen comes home, swung on and missed by Bernardo. Throw down to first on a back pick attempt, and Josh Sheldon's going to be caught in a pickle between first and second, trying to find his way back. He slides head first into first, and he's going to get tagged out. They double him up there to end inning number 5. Good defensive play by Nemaha as they're able to end the 5th inning with a pickle and a strikeout on the same pitch. 6-6 as we go to the 6th inning. I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members before we go, starting with Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton Sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. Also, State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of Yankton Athletics. And lastly, Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway, or by calling them at 665-1222. 6-6 ball game. We go to the top of inning number 6. Looks like we're going to have another pitching change as Mark Cottle's out on the mound. More on him when we come back in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
Welcome back here on KYNT, KYNTV as we head to inning number 6. It's all tied up as 6 runs apiece. Mark Cottle checking in on the mound after an inning of work from Matthew Sheldon. Saw 2 innings of work to start the game by Sean Turner. Saw another 2 innings from Samuel Kamshoff. Matthew Sheldon handled the 5th, and now Mark Cottle on the mound for the 6th. Yankton came in their mind preparing for at most 6 games this weekend. This is only their 3rd and final one, so all the pitchers they plan to have pitch might as well use the arms. Get everybody some reps. Andrew Johnson leading off here for Nemaha. Singled, had an RBI triple, and then struck out. Those are his 3 at-bats today. Johnson leading off. Tyson Workman on deck. Landon Morgan in the hole. Those are the 3 batters minimum. We'll see from Nemaha. First pitch swinging. Sent out to right field. Bernardo trying to get underneath of it. It's going to bounce just in front of the fence in right field. Bernardo gets it at the fence line. Fires it into Matthew Sheldon. Trying to get the runner at 3rd. Ball gets there on a line, but not in time. It's a leadoff triple for Andrew Johnson. His 2nd triple of the ball game. And that puts a runner on 3rd in good scoring position with nobody out in the inning. Brings up Tyson Workman. Landon Morgan on deck. Max Emanuel in the hole. 2, 3, 4 hitters are due up. Is Cottle working out of the windup with the runner on 3rd. Doesn't have to go to his stretch. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Cottle flexing the glove a little bit. Takes a deep breath. Now going through his windup. Half-hearted swing, but it gets away from the catcher, and that's going to score Johnson from 3rd on the wild pitch. Nemaha is going to take the lead on that as well, as they are now up 7-6 over Yankton post 12. Cottle working out of his windup in a 1-1 count to Workman. Leaves that one off the plate for ball 2. Two-1 pitch. Misses the zone as well. It's now a 3-1 count for Cottle. Excuse me, they're going to change the scoreboard. One of those is called a strike. It's 2-2. That one low and away. Ball 3. It goes to a full count. See what Cottle's got here for the payoff pitch. Kicks and deals, leaves that one low, bounces to the catcher Kamshoff, and that's going to send Workman to 1st on the walk and bring up Landon Morgan. One runner on, nobody down in the inning as Landon Morgan comes up to plate. Started at the catcher position today. He's been hit by a pitch, he's walked, and he's doubled, so he's 1 for 1, but he has been on base every time he stepped to the plate. First pitch swinging is a strike, swing and a miss. Bunt laid down here from Morgan. Gets back to Cottle on the mound. He fires to first base. Gloved by Turner. Heavy contact made at first between Morgan and Turner as well. Throw got there in time, so Morgan is going to be retired, but it moves the runner to second. Brings up Max Emanuel, the third baseman. No, excuse me. So where they make the switch. This brings up Caden Bowen, who checked in on the mound. First at bat for Bowen today. Swing and a miss for strike one. It's an 0-1 count for Cottle as he's looking at the runner on second. Does a quick double take, triple take. Now he comes home. Good thing he came home when he did. I didn't have many more for the bit. I had quadruple, and that was it. Maybe it's quintuple. I digress. It's a 1-1 count. The top of inning number 6. Yankton trails 7-6. Cottle comes set after finally getting a call he likes from Kamshoff. Checks the runner at second. This one swung on, popped up, shallow infield. Matthew Sheldon getting underneath of it at the second base position, and he gloves it. Runner dances back to second. That's going to be a pop out for out number 2. That's going to bring up Charlie Duncan. Duncan reached on a fielder's choice and error already in this game and then grounded out in his last at-bat. So 0 for 1 on the day, but he's been on the base pads a couple times. First pitch swinging from Duncan. Fouls it back into the netting. Out of play. Duncan, the left-handed batter, playing first base today for Nemaha. Cottle checking the runner at second a few times. Now comes home. Another foul ball by Duncan. This one sent near the bullpens by the Nemaha bench. Can't get there in time for either Josh Sheldon or Cooper Grotenheis as that one falls to the grass. It's an 0-2 count after back-to-back foul balls from Charlie Duncan. 2 down in the inning as we're in the bottom of inning, or in the top of inning number 6. Excuse me. Cottle comes home. This one's sent on a line back to Mac Ryken. One hops to him at shortstop, fires across the diamond. Good stretch by Sean Turner. Gets the out at first. 1 run comes across from Nemaha, so Yankton trails by 1 as we go to the bottom of inning number 7 here in Yankton. Final Yankton post-12 game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. We're getting down the home stretch here. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Looking left the entire way. Feed route wide open. Carter Bell. Touchdown. South Dakota. And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Be a part of the fun inside the Dakota Dome this fall. South Dakota football season tickets are available now. The Coyotes' 6-game home schedule opens September 9th against St. Thomas and includes games against rivals South Dakota State and North Dakota. Season ticket packages are the best value and are available at goyotes.com. We are South Dakota.
Hey Yankton, are you a handy person? Are you looking to get down and dirty? With full-time benefits and great pay. This is Barrick from Hedro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team, where every day is something new, from electrical all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Where no day is like the next, Hedro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hedro, you'll be part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today at jobs.hedro.com. That's jobs.hedro.com. Search Yankton.
Come back into the bottom of inning number 6 here at Riverside Field in Yankton. It's a 7-6 ball game. Yankton trails Nemaha. It's their final game of the Lewis and Clark Classic. Cooper Grotenheis going to be the man leading off here. Groton has a pair of strikeouts so far in this game. He's out playing left field now, started at first. Caden Bowen into his second inning of work on the mound.
In the bottom of the sixth, number 7, Cooper Groton-Heiss.
After Groton-Heiss, Mac Reichen is the man on deck. Samuel Kamshoff in the hole. Sean Turner waiting in the wings. Reichen, Kamshoff, and Turner is the top of the order for Yankton. Groton-Heiss fakes bunt the first pitch. It bounces in front of the plate, though, so he pulls it back for ball 1. Groton-Heiss definitely has the speed if he lays down a good bunt, so it might not be a bad decision just to get a runner on base. With a guy with wheels like Cooper Groton-Heiss, it's a good guy to be on base. 1-0, finds the zone, strike 1. It's a 1-1 count now. Third baseman Andrew Johnson started the game on the mound for Nemaha. He's creeping up. He's shallow infield on the left side. Does leave a lot of real estate if Groton-Heiss was able to poke one over his head, but he sends this one on the ground to the second baseman. Down to a knee to make the stop. Can Groton-Heiss beat the throw to first? He does. Big play by Cooper Groton-Heiss as he beats the throw to first. It's a leadoff base hit for Cooper Groton-Heiss. Has a pair of wheels to have on the base paths and brings up Mac Reichen. Mac Reichen has a pair of singles so far in this game. He's 2 for 3. Grounded out back to the pitcher to lead off. Groton-Heiss slides back into first. He gets back in time, but only just. Good pickoff play attempt by Nemaha. They're not fooling around with the Yankton players out on the base paths. They're trying to keep them as close to the bag as possible. First pitch of the at-bat. We'll have to wait even longer. Another throw over to first base. Can't get Groton-Heiss. Will this be the first pitch of the at-bat from Bowen? Comes home. Reichen fakes bunt. Pulls it back as he realizes it's going to be a ball. 1-0 count now. Mac Reichen stepping back into the batter's box. It's only a 1-0 count. Bowen comes set on the mound. Sneaks a couple glances to first. Reichen showing bunt again. He gets it down the third base line, but it rolls just foul. Smart play by Andrew Johnson at third base, just letting that one roll out for a foul ball. Reichen was out of the box quick. Best just not to risk a throw down. It'll be a 1-1 count when Reichen steps back into the box. Looks like another shift out in the field as Rugby Reichen is stepping back in as he is in the on-deck circle taking warming up swings. Ball inside. Runner is going. Cooper Groton-Heiss, the throw down, gets away from the second baseman. So Cooper Groton-Heiss will be safe at second with the steal. Good play by Groton-Heiss there to snag second base. It puts a runner in scoring position for Mac in the top of the order. Bowen takes a deep breath as he comes set on the mound. He's working for about the middle part of the rubber, but he's offset, so his lead foot is outside. Spins around, fakes the throw back. Ball never leaves his hand, just gets Groton-Heiss back to second base. Two 2-1 pitch, swung on by Reichen. Can't get a piece of it, though. It's a 2-2 count. Two-2 pitch on its way from Bowen. Leaves that one outside for ball 3. It's going to be a full count now to Mac Reichen. See what Reichen can do here. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Trying to make it 3 for 4. It'd be back-to-back 3 for 4 days for the leadoff man. Came into this game batting .500 in the tournament. 3-2. Sent back out to center field by Reichen, but it's gloved out in center. Grotenheim's going to be tagging from second, slides hard into third, almost overruns the bag, but he's able to keep the toes on. He's going to be safe at third. Be the first out of the inning, though, on the fly ball to center field by Mac Reichen. Now bring up Rugby Reichen. Of course, the rules here for the Classic, every player is allowed one re-entry. So Reichen took a little bit of a break. Now he's back in. We'll see where he potentially lines up out in the field the next half inning. Bowen comes set on the mound. Reichen comes set in the box. First pitch of the at-bat is out of the zone, ball one. Rugby always keeps that low swing on the bat almost as a way to loosen up until the pitcher comes set. A little bit of mind games potentially as he sends this one down the first baseline and out of play. Foul ball. Foul balls are brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. You don't want the crack of the bat to end in the crack of your windshield and not have adequate insurance coverage. Let Midwest Insurance find the right coverage for your vehicles. 1-1 count now to Reichen. Bowen checks the runner at third, now comes home, leaves that one low and away, ball two. It's a 2-1 count now. Reichen so far this game is 0 for 0. He walked in his first at-bat and was hit by a pitch in his second. This one, chopper back up the middle. Into the glove of the shortstop, trying to beat it out is Reichen at first. He can't get there in time. So it'll be an out, but it will be a run scored, RBI on the ground out. And that brings in Drew Reichen, looking like he's hitting in place of Sean Turner.
Got a clean slate for number 4, Drew Reichen.
First at-bat of the game for Drew Reichen here. We'll see what he has. This one foul tipped back into the netting right away. It's an 0-1 count now for Reichen. I'll try to get his stats on the year. 448 batting average for Reichen. 486 on base percentage. 1.073 OPS. 13 hits, 3 of them for extra bases and 8 RBIs. This one hard liner back at Johnson at third, but he's in there in time, gets it in the glove at the hot corner. Hard hit ball, unfortunately, right back at the third baseman. Ends inning number 6. We go to the top of the 7th in a ball game that is tied 7-7 here in Yankton. Before we go, though, I'd like to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Yankton Computer and Network Services. Your complete personal and business computer solutions rely on Yankton Computer and Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to Yankton Athletics this season. Also, the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And lastly, Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. 7-7 score. We go to the 7th inning. Mark Cottle on the mound for Yankton when we come back here in 30 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most. Your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Welcome back in here on KYNT, KYNTV. Looks like Rugby Reichen has found his place back out on the field as he checked back in the last half inning on the in the batter's box, and he will be behind the plate. Seen him catch one other game this season when Jace McCorkle was out of town signing for a scholarship. I came in last week's Kyle Mueller Classic. Good day behind the plate, so something Rugby can definitely do out there. Looks like almost everything else staying the same, but as I say that, I've noticed some differences. Cooper Grotenheis is in at first, and Isaiah Skelhaas is checked in out in left field. Luke Bernardo still in right, Cody Oswald still in center, Matthew Sheldon at second. Reichen at short, Josh Sheldon at third. Mark Cottle still on the mound. First pitch of the 7th inning. Just high, ball 1. This one foul, tipped back into the netting, makes it a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss there for strike 2 at the plate. This spot was occupied by Charlie Weinke earlier on, but this is a pinch hitter for Nemaha. Paxton Bailey at the plate. That one low for ball 2. It's a 2-2 count now to Bailey. We're here in the 7th inning, brought to you by Vision Care Associates and MT&RC Smith Insurance on KYNTV. Thank you for joining us so far today on KYNT and KYNTV. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, contact made. It's skied out to shallow right field. 3 different players converging on it, but Luke Bernado's the one who gets his glove to it, and that secures out number 1 in the top of inning number 7. Yankton trying to keep this game tied heading into the bottom half. That brings up Sam Svoboda. First pitch, contact made, but foul tipped by Svoboda. So far in this game, he has reached on a walk, grounded out, and struck out. Came around to score later in the 5th inning after that walk. This one low and away, ball 1. It's a 1-1 count now to him. The 1-1, foul tipped into the glove, makes it a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch. Cottle working quickly there. As soon as Svoboda came set, he was firing away, and he gets the punch out. 2 down now in the inning as that brings up Ian Brester.
To the plate, 0-0, Ian Brester.
First pitch to Brester, grounded to the third baseman. It's scooped at third by Josh Sheldon, fires across the diamond. Good stretch by Cooper Grotenheis at first, and that ends the top of inning number 7. 3 up, 3 down for Mark Cottle on the mound, and we have a tied ball game going into the bottom half of the final inning. We'll see if Yankton can walk it off when we come back here in 60 seconds on KYNT, KYNTV.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Owning your own home or business is more than walls, floors, and a roof. It's what's inside that matters most. Protect your assets, your cherished keepsakes, and your family with a home security system professionally installed by Yankton Computer and Network Services. They have the devices and expert technicians to help you protect what matters most. Call Yankton Computer and Network Services 664-2222 or stop at 1901 Broadway.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
We come back in the bottom of inning number 7. Matthew Sheldon to lead off here. One swing of the bat can change the game. He had a 2-run home run over the right field fence earlier on in this contest. Another long ball would end it for Yankton. Sheldon's main goal here, though, could be just to get on base. Can't score if you're not on base. We'll see what we do here. Caden Bowen into his 3rd inning of work in relief for Nemaha. Andrew Johnson, the starter, is at third base. Bowen working out of the stretch here. First pitch to Sheldon. He takes it inside for ball 1. Sheldon 1 for 2 on the day. He was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, struck out in his second, and then had that aforementioned 2-run bomb over the right field fence in his last at-bat. Makes good contact on this one, too. Sent out to right center field near the warning track at the wall. It hits off the base of the wall. Another long shot from Matthew Sheldon. This one just misses going over, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Matthew Sheldon and a runner in scoring position for Cody Oswald. Matthew Sheldon was about 1.5 feet from ending this game, and he still has the opportunity to be the run that does it with Cody Oswald at the plate. Bowen comes set on the mound. Trying to pick off Sheldon at second base. The ball gets away from the shortstop. Sheldon starts to go for third, but thinks twice about it. Realizes how important his run is. He stays at second. Last thing you want in this situation, you get your leadoff man on base in scoring position. You don't want to get him thrown out at third. Oswald has the power to bring Sheldon home with a good drive. Sheldon has the speed to get there from second. The 0-0 bounces in front of the plate, gets away from the catcher. Ball 1. It's a 1-0 count here for Bowen. He's taking his time, waiting to get the call, waiting to get the signal from his catcher. Comes set, checks Sheldon at second. He's coming home to Oswald. Cody Oswald, small chopper. It's going to die out in the infield just in front of the pitcher, and Oswald's going to beat the throw to first as well. We got runners at the corners for Yankton, and that brings up Mark Cottle. Big scenario here for a young player for Yankton post-12. Just finished his sophomore year of high school. And we're going to get a mound visit here from Nemaha. Mound visits are brought to you by one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, Hedro. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit job.hedro.com. We'll see if there's a pitching change on the mound when we come back here on KYNT, KYNTV, back in 30 seconds.
Want to keep Yankton local businesses thriving? Buy Yankton Thrive Bucks gift cards. I'm Nancy Winandy, CEO of Yankton Thrive. Our Thrive Bucks gift cards are great for any occasion, and they make sure your dollars are being spent here in Yankton. The gift cards are sponsored by Kopetsky's Ace, but you can use them at 30 different locations here in Yankton. And they come in a variety of amounts, from $5 to $500. See the list of locations and buy them online at yanktonsd.com or stop by the Yankton Thrive office.
No pitching change on the mound as we come back. Caden Bowen stays there with runners at the corners. Nobody out. Mark Cottle at the plate. Cottle had a hard liner to left field. And they're going to intentionally walk Cottle, bring up the force at any base. And that brings up Josh Sheldon. Sheldon was honored with the Kyle Mueller Classic Scholarship earlier today. Congratulations to him once again as he has an opportunity to walk it off here in Yankton. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. The thing with Sheldon, too, is very patient at the plate. If he draws a walk, that walks it off as well. 1-0 count to Sheldon. Bowen comes set on the mound. Now he kicks and deals. Sheldon gets a piece of it off the tip of the bat. Fouled into the backstop. 1-1. They're playing 5 infielders here for Nemaha. It feels like. This one popped up the elevator shaft, back behind the plate, trying to get under it is the catcher. Can't get a glove on it. This is one of those high risk, high reward formations for Nemaha. They're not really giving much space for a ball to get through the infield, but anything over the infielders' heads in this game will be over. 1-2 now to Sheldon. See what Bowen has here. Nobody down in the inning. That one high, ball two, excuse me. 2-2 count now to Sheldon. Two pitch on its way from Bowen. He kicks and deals. Swung on, popped up by Josh Sheldon. This one sent in the middle left center field. It's gloved out and left. Making the run home is Matthew Sheldon. Will this do it? He slides in head first. It's a walk-off sacrifice fly as the Sheldons hook up, and Josh Sheldon gets a little bit of a bath at first base. The walk-off sacrifice fly for Josh Sheldon ends the Lewis and Clark Classic for Yankton Post 12 with another victory. Great play by Yankton late. They battled all the way through, and they walk it off here in inning number 7. We're going to go to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Yankton Post 12 wins 8-7 over Nemaha. We'll be back in a couple minutes with your Yankton Rexall post-game show and a conversation with the Victoria's head coach, Drew Lawrence of Yankton Post 12. Back in a couple minutes on KYNT, KYNTV.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
Vision Care Associates provides the latest in technology. Optimap Laser Imaging. Optimap allows for a great exam of your eyes without dilating drops. Our doctors are able to show you what the actual inside of your eye looks like during your exam. Having images of your eyes each year means that problems are caught early, and no dilating drops is a big benefit as well.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Have you been dealing with sneezing, runny nose, nasal congestion, or other conditions due to seasonal allergies? At Yankton Rexall, with our comfortable environment and knowledgeable staff, we will provide you with solutions to ease your allergy symptoms. Don't suffer through this allergy season. Stop by Yankton Rexall today. We'll send you on your way with something to provide relief. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh combines the speedy service of a convenience store with the surprising selection of the fresh foods and ready-to-eat meals you expect from Hy-Vee. While you fill up your gas tank, you can grab grocery staples including fresh produce and fresh bakery items too, or grab fresh meals or snacks. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Gift cards are great things to give as gifts. But when someone tells you you need to use a gift card to pay for something you owe, like utilities, taxes, and other fees, red flags should go off, and it should cause you to stop and think. Most legitimate companies will never tell you to pay with a gift card. Before you go to purchase these gift cards, please call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986 and let them check things out for you, so you're not out of your hard-earned money.
Truxedo, a real truck company, has new job opportunities for you. We are searching for motivated candidates to fill a variety of roles, including production roles on our weekday and weekend shifts, as well as an industrial engineer, shipping clerk, and receiving supervisor. Truxedo offers a positive and team-oriented environment with many perks and benefits. Come seek the new opportunities Truxedo has for you. Visit realtruck.com/careers for more information and to apply.
Welcome in here on the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball improves to 11-1 on the year as they go 3-0 in the Lewis and Clark Classic here in Yankton. Rain really messed up the Classic as we knew it, but it is time for your post-game coach interview here. Head coach Drew Lawrence coming in. It's not as special as yesterday. It's victory number 101, but still hard-fought victory, 8-7. Coach, talk about your guys. Got into a little trouble in the first inning with some errors, but they really battled back late.
Yeah, we did struggle a lot in those first couple innings. We gave them a lot of outs. We had some errors, not usually typical of what we do. But the boys did a good job of keeping their heads up. They didn't get down on themselves, and everyone in the dugout kind of kept them going. So after the first couple innings, they settled in, and then they were able to go out there and play like we normally play.
You mentioned that once they settled in as well, a lot of shifting around out in the field as well. It felt like every name on the roster sheet got playing time today. Is that just a factor of trying different pieces in different places, or you came in expecting to play 6 games this weekend? You only got 3, so get some guys some time.
Yeah, so it's a combination of both. We were planning on playing 6 games, only played 3, and we needed those pitchers all to be ready for next weekend for our tournament that we want to go out there and try and win. So the pitching was all set up, and we knew everyone was going to get some playing time in. We wanted to make sure Drew got a break, so he didn't go out there and play. So our defense was a little bit different, but everyone played. We had no more bench guys. We had no one else to put in. So that was what you would call a full team effort if you're not having anyone left on the bench. So it was fun. I know the boys enjoyed it. We're going in, out. So it was enjoyable for them.
I think the most shocking shift on the field was the fact that Jace McCorkle was taken out behind the plate. I know you and Bryce talk about him a lot, but he just seems like a stalwart back there. But, just shifting things around. Saw Samuel Kamshoff get out there initially, and then Rugby Riken coming in late as well. So just that versatility in the team, once again, if you keep talking about that, guys who are willing to step in wherever they want, wherever they're needed.
Yeah, I mean, we can have got a bunch of guys that can go to different positions. We tend to stay in our positions for the most part, but we were going to let Jace catch for a little bit until Samuel was done pitching and then get him out and kind of just give him a little breather so he wasn't catching another full 7 innings. And then, the plan wasn't originally to go to Rugby back there, but we were in a position there with a tie ball game that I wanted him to come back up and bat, and he did. And so then he was going to have to go in and catch because I couldn't put Samuel back in. So, yeah, the versatility is great with this group. I mean, we had Cooper Grotenheis play first for a couple innings, and then he went to left, and then he came back to first. And then, we had other guys moving around too. Matthew goes from second to pitcher to second. So, yeah, everything was kind of shifting around. I did give the umpires a little fair warning before the game that it's going to be a little tougher with their pen and writing down all the lineup changes, but that it would be fun. And after the game, the home plate umpire said you weren't lying. So
a lot of things can't call you a liar after this one. They can call you a winner, though, Coach. And the last couple of things to talk about here is, well, I would say the Sheldons. They both had very good games today. Obviously, Josh getting the walk-off. But we'll start with Matthew. Big 2-run home run really turned the momentum of this game. It felt late in the later innings.
Yeah, Matthew, that was a big hit. The wind helped him a little bit, but either way, it was going to be a triple, and then it was able to go over and gave us the lead. That was our first lead of the game. And then he had another good at bat at the end. He's been really settling in. And he's being young. He's a sophomore, being our four hitter the whole year. It wasn't a struggle for him, but now he's really settled in and he's really seeing the ball well, just like everybody else.
He also got a little bit of time on the mound and did very well out there for the 1 inning he was out there and was able to get out of the inning pretty clean. So we shift the attention now to the man of the hour, Josh Sheldon. Walk off with the sac fly. Brought home Matthew Sheldon of all people.
Yeah.
Also just the scholarship he was honored with before the game for Kyle Mueller the Kyle Mueller Memorial Scholarship. So just talk about both those things and Josh Sheldon, and that'll be it.
So the Mueller family decided that they wanted to start giving back in a different way. And, the Mueller family themselves have already donated a bunch of money onto this field this year. From their own pocket, they've done that. And then they decided that they wanted to do a scholarship and give it to a post-12 player that pretty much embodied who Kyle Mueller was. This year was pretty easy to pick. So we had the donations from the Kyle Mueller that, the fans all donated it, and then the Mueller family actually, doubled that money. So they also contributed. And then when you look at the criteria of who it was going to be, it was pretty clear that it was going to be Josh. And it's baseball's special. Like, it's an important thing for us, but I have told the boys it's not the most important thing. So Josh getting that scholarship, he didn't know he was going to get it until his name was announced. And then him being able to drive in his brother is a big deal for their family. They lost their mom earlier this year. And this was cool. This was a good experience for him, and yeah, I'm happy for him.
You know, baseball really can be really an emotional game sometime. Brother bringing brother home on a day he's honored with a scholarship. Just great for that family, great for both of them. One more thing, and then we'll get you out of here, Coach, so you can celebrate with your team. What do you got coming up next for Yankton Post 12?
We were originally supposed to play games on Tuesday at Harrisburg, but we moved those games because we wanted to be a little more fresher because we were expecting 6 games here. So our next games aren't until the tournament next weekend. So we go up to Sioux Falls for the Dakota Classic. And it's good to have. We're going to have 4 days off here of no games, which is what these guys need. They need a little bit of a break. We need our pitchers to be ready to go. So we'll have hard practices all week and then be ready for Friday up in Sioux Falls at Augie.
Yeah, back-to-back weekend classics. You go 8-1 between those two classics. No true champion decided here because of rain, but still going undefeated is a pretty good way to head into that. So good luck next week, Coach. Thank you for joining me here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show. Head Coach Drew Lawrence. As I mute the wrong microphone, my bad. I'm muting my own, not Coach's. Thank you once again, Coach. We are going to take a break here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show. That was your head coach interview here with Drew Lawrence. 8-7, Post 12 wins over Nemaha. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We'll talk about stats, crown players of the game, and wrap it up here from Riverside Field.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota National Bank has been paving financial futures since 1872. But when it comes to supporting a community, it takes more than experience. Financial planning takes a personal touch, which is why we offer a wide range of customizable options for personal, business, and ag banking. We've been doing banking longer than anyone else, but we're first because our goals have never changed. Helping local communities plan and reach their financial success has and always will be what we're here for. Member FDIC.
Did you know Yankton Medical Clinic offers same-day appointments in primary care for acute care? If you are sick and need to be seen, under most circumstances, we can get you in the same day in pediatrics and family medicine. No need to wait. Regardless of who you see at Yankton Medical Clinic, your medical history is all in one chart, allowing our physicians to work together to make sure you get complete, family-centered care whenever you need it. Learn more at yanktonmedicalclinic.com. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO free checking is checking that's actually free. No fees or minimums, and now no overdraft fees. It's ever so personal, with people to help every step of the way. And easy, with a mobile app that allows you to deposit checks and manage your accounts wherever you are. So make the switch so you can do more with the great big small bank. Visit FNBO.com to learn more or stop on by. FNBO free checking. It's ever so free. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Yankton Post 12 Legion Baseball getting their 12th win of the season, 12-1 now on the year, 8-7. They win this one over Nemaha. You heard it right there from head coach Drew Lawrence. They had a couple games planned for this week, but they had to they rescheduled those, trying to get the team some rest before next weekend's Dakota Classic up in Sioux Falls. Coach said that was contested on the campus of Augustana University, so good luck to Post 12 in that one. I was looking at the team list for that a little earlier. There are teams from obviously South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Nebraska. I saw one from Missouri, so there are teams from all over coming to compete in this one. Good luck to Yankton Post 12 as they compete in that next week up in Sioux Falls. Let's go to your stats review here on the Yankton Rexall post-game show, brought to you by Culligan. Rent a Culligan water system for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. To schedule your free in-home water test and consultation, visit CulliganYankton.com. Pull up the stats for this one. A lot of different players got game time. Coach Lawrence said every player on the roster sheet spent some time in the field one way or another. So we'll start here at the top of the order. Mac Ryken went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Rugby Riken went 0 for 1, had an RBI, a run scored, and a walk. Was also hit by a pitch in this game. Samuel Kamshoff went 0 for 1 on the day in his one plate appearances. Lucas Kamshoff also went 0 for 1, but he walked and got a run as well. Sean Turner didn't record an official at-bat, but had one plate appearance, walked, and came around to score. Drew Riken went 0 for 1 on the day in his lone at-bat. Isaiah Skelhaus spent time out in the field, did not record an at-bat, but he finished the game out in left. Matthew Sheldon, big day for him. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2